anything but Dynamite. The go-home show to one of their flagship pay-per-views. A go-home show so boring, it should have been called Double or Nothing to Care About. Oh, man, I cracked myself up, man. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's going to be one of those nights, man. Listen. We got a main event tonight. We got a main event tonight of Julia Hart and Mina Shirakawa, man. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Anarchy in the arena. The final push. Vince McMahon would be proud of what we saw at the end of that show, man. And AEW's lining up. Mercedes with another belt. Oh, man, color me shocked. Oh, boy. MJF is in the Hurt Syndicate. Adam Page and Will Ospreay. Excellent open to the show, and that's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to the venue. The weather sucks in New York City, so I'm going to need a nice cold beverage when I get there on this Wednesday night. I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? See you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining us right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite Post Show for May 21st, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on your Wednesday evenings, wherever you may be. Joined today by the man, the myth, and the not-so-legendary, the Chi-Town Smart. Jesse, what's going on, brother?
What's Gucci, man? How you feel tonight, bro?
I don't know. How you feel? How you feeling?
That weather?
I don't like it, man. I don't know. Whatever you gave us over here, man, go fuck yourself, okay?
Hey, man, you getting more of it.
I don't want any more of it, man. The whole Memorial Day weekend's fucked over.
You're getting more of it, bro. it'll be okay. It won't get worse, but it will be consistently bad, much like tonight's show.
Much like tonight's show. Look at this, man. You know, he needs a round of applause for that segue. Yeah.
Look at that, man. Smooth segue, brother.
This guy, man. He's learning from the best, man, over here. Look at this guy. Fucking crazy, man. I don't know, man. What do you think of tonight's show, man? Listen, we say it every week. We've been saying it for the last several weeks, man. Pro wrestling in general fucking sucks.
Yes.
Right about now. Everything sucks, man. WWE sucks. AEW has sucked for basically the majority of 2025. Man, there is nothing on this show that I genuinely care about. Even the MJF Hurt Syndicate stuff, which you and I have talked about and praised on most weeks, even that tonight fell a little bit short of where I expected them to go, man. Such an anticlimactic celebration. We didn't really get much of anything there. It was just MJF gets a contract that the Hurt Syndicate have to sign. What about MVP? Why is MVP signing MJF's contract? And why isn't there a collective contract between all four guys? I don't really understand what's going on there, but we'll touch upon that. Even that felt anticlimactic. And I even said on Twitter to promote tonight's stream, man, Double or Nothing, their flagship show. You and I have been to a couple of Double or Nothings in our past. Is this Sunday? I put on Saturday in the tweet. I don't even fucking know what's going on Sunday. The go-home show, man, boring. And AEW Double or Nothing should be called Double or Nothing to Care About, man. There's literally nothing on this show outside of Will Ospreay and Adam Page that I genuinely am invested in here. I don't know how you're feeling.
Yeah, so tonight's show was not good. Let's start there. It wasn't good. I feel like it's no different than any other show we've gotten. It's just more the same, very mid, very logic gappy, and just I'm short of calling it terrible though. I had it out with a couple of people in my chat. Like, this was not a terrible show.
No.
Not sure what you guys are looking for out of your shows. It could have been so much better. So much better. But it is what it is. I tell you this much. It was not my worst wrestling show of the week. I'll give you that much, because Raw was pretty bad for my liking, man. But it just left so much on my plate, though, man. It was, I mean, why did this happen? Why did this happen? This fell short. You text me the very same thing I said in my stream right after you text me. I said it too. I said, well, why did this fell flat? I expected so much more, and that's the ending. All this build-up we got for the Hurt Syndicate, and it ended with Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara coming out?
Well, what is it with this company trotting out tag teams to cut a singular promo on another tag team? Last week we got, who did we get last week? We got the Crew, and then this week we got the Sons of Texas, or whatever the fuck they're going by.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, holy, it's like Dustin Rhodes forgot how to cut a promo.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear that?
Even if the promo was great, it just was not the time and place. And that's another thing too. I'm done anticipating Cedric Alexander. Done. He either ain't coming, or if he does come, it was mistimed, because all of this shit that we got over these last few weeks, and he couldn't come out in any of those. We had the official signing, and we get Dustin and Sammy. When you bringing Cedric out, if he's coming out, that is going to be a better spot than any of this shit that we've gotten?
I don't know.
So he's not coming.
You want to start there? Is that the biggest takeaway of the show tonight? How the best storyline in the company for several weeks now just kind of felt just anticlimactic and fell flat tonight?
It fell flat. Yeah, we're gonna start there. So we had so many people. I don't know how many different podcasters and different people are talking about it, and how many people found themselves to say the words, "Let it play out." Genuinely, how many people said, "Let it play out," giving them the benefit of the doubt, letting it go to see where it goes? This is it. It's here. Here we go. It's played out. And the ending was Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes coming out. That fell flat. That fell absolutely flat. I don't even know why we needed to have a contract signing tonight for this. For what? What was the point of the contract signing? It got interrupted by the next challenging tag team. And I gotta tell you, bruh, spoiler alert, Dustin and Sammy are not beating the Hurt Syndicate for the tag titles. So what are we doing here?
I don't know. I mean, you had your representative for MJF, you had Hurt Syndicate's lawyer and representative for them. And I guess they came up with one singular contract, but the way that it came off is Mark Sterling pulled out a contract out of his briefcase. There was no equal representation here, so it certainly looked a lot more so MJF kind of laid the ground rules for this contract, and then Hurt Syndicate had to sign MJF's contract given to them by Mark Sterling.
Yeah, I didn't get that
So
either.
the first thing that I'm looking at here while I'm watching this is why are the Hurt Syndicate signing MJF's contract? What is that about? Like, you're allowing him into your group. There should be a contract that is solely coming from you. This should have been the next couple weeks of television. A contract was given to MJF from the Hurt Syndicate. MJF took their contract and looked it over with Mark Sterling. Then they came together and came up with one singular contract. But then there was something in the contract that Mark Sterling overlooked or forgot that was in there. And that would have been the hook for tonight's show. There was none of that. There was no hook. MJF came out. He is now officially a part of the Hurt Syndicate. And then we got what Jesse described as the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, who's a fucking mute now. I guess his new gimmick is a mime. He hasn't said a fucking word in weeks. And then they're out there cutting a promo on why they should win the tag team championships. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about that tag team match, and nobody gives a shit about Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara challenging for the tag team championships. We want to know what's going on with MJF and how we're going to get from this show to the next show and from the next point in the storyline. This is what you gave us. This whole segment tonight was the most disappointing out of everything we've seen with the Hurt Syndicate and MJF.
Now, what I find myself doing quite often is, like you just said, because what you just said is exactly what went through my head when I saw this contract signing and I saw the members of the Hurt Syndicate signing the deal. I sat there and said, now, why are they signing MJF's deal? But I stopped myself for a second and I did what I try to do when I can within reason is I gave them the benefits of the doubt. And what that means in this case is I might be looking too far into this. Maybe they're all maybe they all have it in their deal that they have to sign off on someone coming in actually in their deal. Maybe they're all originators and EVPs in the whatever. I let that one go. But I saw that. I saw exactly what you said. Like, why do they have to sign it? I let that one go. I chalked that one up as I'm reading too far into a pro wrestling story. I'm going to let that shit go. But now, when we get to the part where we're supposed to get a big payoff for this story, because like you said, whether they want to admit it or not, whether they think so or not, this is actually the best storyline they have going in the company right now. It's not supposed to be because they're doing something else that's supposed to be bigger. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm more interested in this one. So this is the bigger storyline. But it ended with Sammy and Dustin coming out, cutting them off. And then the segment ends just like that, with Dustin coming off and just cutting a heartfelt promo. Sammy coming out and proving me wrong when I said MJF had the worst suit on of the night. Sammy came out and took that shit. But why? Like, this is the payoff. So now MJF is in. All issues are squashed in the Hurt Syndicate. All is well. Things are great. They got a new member. No Cedric Alexander. Nothing happened except these guys come out and challenge them to a match where no one on the goddamn planet thinks they're going to win. So now my question is, now that I have let it play out, why did it take us so fucking long to get here? Why?
Well, I mean, you could look at it in a positive way, which is shocking because I'm starting off with something positive here.
Yeah.
They wanted to stretch it out because AEW is allergic to storytelling, and MJF and the collective.
That's your positive?
And the Hurt Syndicate is that they stretched it out. Bro, AEW storylines usually wrap up in like 3 weeks. Whatever the fuck they want. They call them stories. I mean, that's a stretch. Well, angles in AEW usually wrap up in 3 weeks, and then they move on to something else. So I like the fact that they have made consistent television and given you something to actually look forward to a little bit on the show. But like we have talked about and documented on this show, you're getting to a point where you're going to need some sort of, what's next on a curveball or something to keep us interested. I mean, it almost looks like a starting pitcher who is fucking throwing heaters at the top of the game, 99 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, by the fourth inning, he's throwing fucking 89, 90 miles an hour. What happened to the juice in his fastball? He's already out. He's barely going to go 5 innings. He's not going to factor in the win-loss, and then they got to go to the bullpen early. That's the way I feel about this storyline. It's like, where is the juice? Where is the conflict? Where is the hook? Where is, oh man, I can't wait to watch next week. I didn't get that I didn't get that feeling from this segment tonight, and I certainly ain't going to feel that way if MJF factors into the fucking outcome of this tag team match on Sunday night. I don't give a shit. Who gives a shit about Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara for MJF to fuck them over? Why does the Hurt Syndicate need help with these two losers, the sons of garbage? Are you kidding me?
Now, I like your baseball reference, but I'm going to raise you one, and I'm going to go to football.
Go ahead.
All right. So the Hurt Syndicate storyline started off in their own territory. This storyline started off on their own 5-yard line, and they have 95 yards to go to get downfield. So now that's where the storyline started. So we start working our way downfield. This shit takes like fucking 30 fucking plays to get all the way fucking downfield. They get all the way downfield, and they finally get in scoring position, and we think this shit's gonna come to an end, and all they did was kick a field goal.
Yeah.
That's it. They just kicked the field goal, which makes me look back on this fucking 30 play drive. It's like, we did all of that just to kick a fucking field goal. It's anticlimactic. Like, we expected so much more because we were along for the ride. We went through these 1-yard plays. Wait till next week. 8 yards. Got a first down. 2-yard plays. Bad play calls. We get all the way to the end, and we're just going to kick a field goal. We're tired. We're done. Bro, we went along on this journey. And everybody who said let it play out, fair enough. Let's let it play out. Well, now it's played out. And all we got was a promo from Dustin leading to the next match against the Hurt Syndicate. Does MJF in his entry into the Hurt Syndicate mean that his entry into the Hurt Syndicate was this the end game? Was this the journey that you had planned for us? When you sat down and put this storyline together, you said, when we get to the end, wait till the fans see that Dustin's going to come out and cut a promo on the Hurt Syndicate, baby. Boom. Yeah. That is going to pop them. That is going to bring this whole thing home. Was that their plan? Because that sounds lame on paper, but that's what we got.
I feel like people's rebuttals to you are going to be, well, this is where the story now just begins, Shot-Town Smoke.
Oh, my God. Please, no.
Story's been going on for 3 fucking months. What the fuck are you talking about? This is where the story's beginning now. How are we going to get MJF and Bobby Lashley in the ring? What is going to be that one thing that gets us that match? Bobby Lashley's one half of the tag team champions. Are the Hurt Syndicate losing the tag team championships before we get a one-on-one match with Bobby Lashley and MJF so that the Hurt Syndicate aren't representing the tag team titles at their biggest show of the year? Is that what we're doing? Or are we going to take the belts off of them? And who are we going to put the belts on? There's not many teams left. What are we doing? That's number one. That's the first thing I'm thinking about. What is MJF going to do? Is he going to strike first? which we documented last week. You got to keep everybody in the situations that they're in now. MJF needs to be a heel. The Hurt Syndicate need to be a babyface. We said this on TNT last night. Tony Khan could fucking dream of a heel Hurt Syndicate, and it would never come to fruition. It would never become a reality. Nobody wants to boo them. Everybody wants to cheer them and sing along with their theme and chant along with their theme, and everybody wants to boo MJF. You got to keep everybody in the proper presentations so that this storyline could get to where it needs to go. So that's number 2. I don't know how we're going to go from where we are now into All In. I'm just finding this very convoluted and very confusing. It's almost as if they didn't think about anything that came after tonight, and they just stopped at what they stopped at tonight with the contract signing. I'm a little disappointed. I really am. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, same. I don't know what I expected, because I didn't know where they were going with this shit. But I did expect to get something that didn't involve what we got. I mean, if you would have told me that at the end of this, at the end of MJF getting in, is going to get interrupted by Sammy Guevara, and put it like this. The Hurt Syndicate storyline has been going on for longer than I even knew that Sammy Guevara and Dustin Runnels were even a fucking tag team. I didn't even know they were a tag team when we started this Hurt Syndicate stuff.
First of all, why are they even getting a tag team title shot? And why are they even out there trying to sell a match that nobody knows you even won the opportunity to get because the show was cut off on Saturday night? Nobody saw the match. How the fuck are you? So that's theoretically, nobody even realizes how they even got to where they got for this Double or Nothing tag team match because the show got cut off at 9:30 on Saturday night. So what are you doing? Are you trying to sell me on something that theoretically never happened?
Pretty much. That's a good point. How did they get these shots?
Nobody watched that match, man. Nobody watched Collision. There may be a couple of thousand people that watched that match.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
No idea. But nonetheless, they've been planning this before, long before that. So what was the planned end game?
The end game is MJF and Bobby Lashley at All In.
I don't know how we get there.
But what is MJF going to do to be embarrassed by the Hurt Syndicate? And what is that attack and what is that turn going to look like? That keeps him a fucking prick. The heel MJF that we've all come to know and love. And how is that going to keep the Hurt Syndicate a top babyface act in the company? And then again, like I said, how are you going to take the tag team belts off of the Hurt Syndicate going into the pay-per-view if you're going to do Bobby Lashley and MJF? Because the tag team titles have been fucking awful. The division is fucking garbage. It is dead. You're going to have to take the belts off of them, put it on somebody else, and get those belts represented at the pay-per-view in a tag team title match because it deserves it and it needs it. You're going to leave them off the show? Who are we going to put the belts on? We're going to put the belts on FTR? Why isn't that, and why hasn't that started now? What other teams are there? We could theoretically come up with a Swerve and Hangman Page team because I'm assuming they'll be wrestling the Young Bucks at All In. Is that going to be the tag team title match? Are we going to get the belts on the Young Bucks? Are we going to get the belts on Swerve and Hangman? What are we doing?
I talked about that in my stream tonight. Watching Dynamite, why do the Bucks not give a single solitary shit about the tag team titles right now?
I don't know. It's a good question. They're all buddy with the Death Riders, yet they are too busy to even give us an explanation as to why they are buddy with the Death Riders. Nobody even gave us an explanation. We don't have a fucking idea why they have teamed up with the Death Riders. Not one.
No. We have not one but two sets of tag team championships floating around this company for some reason. Whether we like it or not, the ROH tag team titles exist because we were looking at them on our TVs tonight. And then the Hurt Syndicate are the AEW tag team champions. The Bucks claim to be the best in the business. No one gives a shit. FTR, they claim to be the best in the business. Neither one of these teams give a single shit about the World Tag Team titles. So why should we?
You know, they got to get through Nigel McGuinness and Danny Garcia, bro, to care about the tag team titles at the pay-per-view.
It seems that the teams that they once told us were the best in the world and would be at the top of the division and everything else seemingly don't care about being tag team champions anymore. They don't give a single solid. The Bucks are too busy wrapped up in the world title picture, a title that they will have nothing to do with ever, to give a shit about being tag team champions. Now the titles are on heels and they are heel, so that's why they're not going for them. But that's not a good enough reason to explain to me why your best tag teams don't care to be tag team champions right now. The only ones that seem to care are Dustin and Sammy Guevara. How come
what a fucking
Bucks
circus, bro.
Don't care.
What a fucking circus, man. Just hearing you say that, man. It's like a fucking clown show over here.
No
you know,
sense.
Gabe Kidd, they showed the graphic for Anarchy in the Arena. It's 6-on-6. You got Yuta, you got Claudio, you got Mox, you got the Bucks, you got Marina. On the babyface side, you got Swerve, and you got Omega, Joe, Shibata, Hobbs, and Willow. Gabe Kidd came out last week to help Jon Moxley retain the AEW World Championship, which we haven't seen since October, by the way. He helped Jon Moxley retain, and then when the match announcement was made and we saw no Gabe Kidd, we all asked, where the fuck's Gabe Kidd? Who's Gabe Kidd? What the fuck do I know? He's got something to do with New Japan and Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. That's all I know. Where's Gabe Kidd in the graphic? So we get the graphic, we get the matches announced for the Anarchy in the Arena, no Gabe Kidd. So I'm left asking, well, why did he show up last week to help the Death Riders? And what is his inclusion now in the Death Riders? Why is he helping the Death Riders? We didn't see Gabe Kidd until the last 3 minutes of the show where he helped the Death Riders. So why did he show up last week? Why did he show up this week? You should have used this week to give us a fucking explanation as to who he is and why he's here helping the Young Bucks and helping the Death Riders. We got zero explanation for this guy's inclusion in Anarchy in the Arena, and we're supposed to just bypass all that because he's got history with Kenny Omega and he broke Eddie Kingston's leg. You fucking serious? How the fuck can you people digest the lack of fucking storytelling in this company and just bypass it and glance over as if it doesn't fucking matter? What are you, stupid? That shit doesn't piss you off?
Oh, I got one better than that one. When the Ops came out, the AEW World Trios champions, they were announced as 2/3 of the AEW World Trios champions. Why? Because Shibata was still recovering from the beatdown that he suffered a couple of weeks ago. So they came out without him. He's not here tonight. But he comes out later on in the show.
I got one that's going to top yours, bro. We're going to go tit for tat. Shibata came back, and they said 2/3 of the Trios Tag Team Championships, yet Shibata's out there. It's like, what is he, invisible? So Shibata was taken out in the same way with the same move that Hook was taken out. Why is Shibata back so quick and Hook is still out? Where the fuck is Hook? No explanation on why Hook's out, but they both took the same move and Shibata comes back so much quicker than Hook does. Is he not in the Ops? Do you want to give us a medical update on him? Why is he out longer when he took the same fucking move?
Damn, I think you got me there. I can't beat that one.
What's going on here, man? Yeah, we're the bad guys. Yeah, we're the weird ones. We watch this shit like professionals. I don't understand how you guys glance over this shit, man. Staring you right in the fucking face.
Jesus Christ.
This show sucks. This fucking show sucks, man. Double or Nothing is the weakest in 6 years. The little effort that they put into this, there's no hype, there's no build, there's no story. If it wasn't for the Owen, this show would be thrown together with fucking scotch tape and fucking Elmer's glue, bro. They don't give a shit. It's like they have a one-track mind. They're thinking, Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field, all in. We gotta sell 30,000 tickets. Meanwhile, they're not even halfway there. It's like you're going all in legitimately on that one show, and everything else before it, you don't give a shit. Weekly television sucks. There's no story on weekly television to get you excited. No weekly television shows that get you excited to watch the following week. Just random fucking matches thrown together. Eliminator matches, matches for imaginary money. One week it's $100,000. The next week it's $400,000. All-star tag team matches, all-star six-man tag team matches, all-star eight-man tag team matches. What the fuck are we doing, man? How do you look at this and say, what a build for Double or Nothing? Do you realize that I was at the first Double or Nothing? And if you look back at the trajectory of Double or Nothing to go back to year 1 and look at year 5, the fucking sheer difference should make you, as an AEW fan, fucking pissed off. The quality in the product is so low compared to what it used to be. Just look at where we were 6 years ago.
Yeah.
What a fucking disgrace. How do you look at this show and get excited about it? I couldn't fucking tell you outside one match what I'm interested in this show, and half the fucking show is predictable.
Yeah. No, objectively, this show is way worse now than it was back then. And you have two options. You can say, oh, well, everything is down. So you can just lower your expectations. You can lower your expectations, or you can call out the bullshit. One or the other. If you just lower your expectations, you can just say, oh, well, the overall product is worse and it's fine for what it is now. You can do that. You know, you can say, well, sure, it's not as, or you can say, wow, I remember going to the first one in person and the energy was different. Everything was better. Everything about the product was better. So either way you look at it is not good. Are you asking your audience to lower their standards? Because that's not good. If I keep the same standard that I had on the first Double or Nothing, then this is unacceptable. If I just say, oh, well, it's all not as good and it's fine for now, then you're lowering my standard. Either way, it's not good. So either way you look at it, they need to produce a better product right now.
Well, look at this card in 2019. I want to read this to you, and then you're gonna laugh when they throw. Oh, but the feeling is back. The feeling is back at AEW, JDfromNY and Chi-Town Smock. Yeah, where's the fucking feeling? Up your asshole. It's fucking back. Adam Page and MJF in a 21-man casino battle royale. That was the only time that they had an in-ring match as the final two guys before they wrestled at Revolution this year. Kip Sabian and Sammy Guevara was a singles match. That was the pre-show. Those two matches were the pre-show. The main card, SoCal Uncensored, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian with Scorpio Sky. Remember them, Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
Remember those guys? Strong Hearts.
Where's Scorpio Sky?
I don't know. He's getting paid to sit at home and do nothing. Good for him. They defeated the Strong Hearts, Seema, T-Hawk, and L. Lindemann. I don't remember them.
Clue who the fuck you just said.
But you know what? It didn't matter because they were a brand new upstart company, and anything was better than Vince McMahon. Britt Baker defeated Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, and Awesome Kong in a 4-way match. Best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, when they were fucking cool, defeated Angelico and Jack Evans. 6-woman tag team match. Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Ryo Mizunami defeated Aja Kong, Emi Sakura, and Yuka Sakazaki. Cody Rhodes defeated Dustin Rhodes in probably one of the best matches in the history of the company.
Nah, that's good.
Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
Ooh, yeah.
That went 25 minutes. Cody and Dustin went 23 minutes. And then we got Jericho versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. That was the winner faced Adam Page for the inaugural AEW Championship at All Out. But that is when Jon Moxley made his ascent. Or descent, I guess, on AEW, and he showed up for the first time. I mean, you go back and read that and look at that card, and then you want to tell me the feeling is back for this year's Double or Nothing? I mean, what are you, mental?
That was so good. Was that the cage match?
That was not the cage match.
Not the cage match.
No, that was a tag team match for the AAA World Tag Team Championships.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah, I think the cage match happened at All Out. Okay. That's the same night I think Brian and Adam Cole showed up in the company.
Oh, they both debuted the same night.
We were there. We were singing on opposite ends of the Now Arena.
Yep. Oh man, those were good times, man.
Yeah.
A couple of those matches were duds, but we left that show pumped, man.
We did.
That was fun.
We did.
Oh,
they had 11,000 people in that building. I doubt they even have 7,000 for this show. 8,000 maybe.
Wow.
You mean to tell me the feeling is back? You mean to tell me that what they're doing now is producing better television than what they did then? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know who's claiming the feelings back. I don't know who's on that trip, man. That they gotta have something to hold that to hold that lie up, because I don't know what the fuck they're looking at.
I don't know, but we'll get into this show tonight. We have a great show lined up for you, and we have a Collision Corner that is going to be one for the ages, because
you guys need those thumbs up, man.
Jesse was actually live during Collision. He was live streaming, and we got a situation where the show just cut off 30 minutes before it was supposed to end. I don't know what happened. But we got a Collision Corner for you. Collision Corner never takes the night off.
Nope.
But we got that for you. We got 2,100 people in here, man. We got 500 likes. 1,000 likes is the goal. 1,000 likes is the goal for Collision Corner. But you know what? Being that the Knicks and Pacers are happening right now, which I think just ended, and we got some basketball playoff action happening tonight, which is going to be something that actually hinders our audience over here and a lot in the community, because obviously that's a lot more entertaining than what we're doing here. I'm going to lower the goal to 900. 900 likes this week only. 900 likes, and you guys get Collision Corner as soon as the 900 is hit. Deal? I give you guys a slight discount. So there you go.
There we go.
Make sure you guys go and check out the rest of the content on the channel. There's plenty of it. I was live on Monday. Tuesday Night Titans. Great discussion on Tuesday with Jason, the Solid Monster. We got some new t-shirts coming out to celebrate 100 episodes of Tuesday Night Titans. I already got a glimpse. They are one of the best looking t-shirts I think that I've ever had associated with the brand. So go and check us out last night. I got new t-shirts now available on Bonfire. Make sure you guys go get the new What the Fuck Are You Guys Drinking t-shirt that is now available on bonfire.com. You guys can go directly to the website. You'll see it right there at the top of the shop. Or you guys can go click the link in the bottom of the description. Or for easier access, you guys see the little shop right underneath the video player that you see right now on whichever device you're watching us from. So make sure you guys go and do that. New merch now available. What the fuck are you guys drinking? Version 2 now available on bonfire.com. Follow us on social media at JDfromNY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Go follow Jesse at Chi-Town-Smark. Also on YouTube. He was live tonight during Dynamite with a watch-along. I don't know if that is going to be a recurring thing. Is that a new thing you're doing weekly or what?
Yeah. I'm enjoying this, man. We hang out. We watch Dynamite together. We put our thoughts together for the show. Same for Collision, too. We're live for Collision. And we're live for Raw. I don't think we're going to do SmackDown. I think we're going to 86 SmackDown from the schedule, just so I can continue to try to be a father. So it is still going to be a busy weekend. We are live tonight. We're going to be live tomorrow for Collision. We're going to take off for Friday for SmackDown, but I do have an upload to put out. We'll be live for Saturday night's main event, and we'll be live for Double or Nothing, and we'll be right here for the review, and we'll be live for Raw on Mondays. We will be busy.
Absolutely. Do you want to know why we're going to be all over the place this weekend? Because we are the best of the best of the best. Absolutely. Double or Nothing is this Sunday. I will be live with Jesse here on the show. And Saturday night's main event, I will be live covering the show as soon as it airs and is over on Peacock. So make sure you guys go and mark that on your calendars. Busy weekend. You know what, Jesse? I don't really blame you for skipping SmackDown, because I've always said to people close to me, if there was a show that I would opt to miss willingly, it would be SmackDown. The audience is not really good on Friday night, especially now with the NBA playoffs and the NHL finals coming up. And it's just, at 3 hours, man, it's just a fucking chore to sit through. It's just not good.
Yeah, I can see that. And having a night to yourself is not a terrible thing. It's actually pretty good for your sanity. I've been spending less time on social media, and my God, man, I think my family can see the difference in me. It is.
Yeah, I know.
It is night and day, man. You are just you're brought down much less. You get some no-name ass clown in Nebraska with a computer bringing down your mood for the day. Fuck that, man.
Yeah, it's awful.
Fuck that.
What was not awful is the open of this show. Will Ospreay and Adam Hangman Page face to face. I can't wait to see all the geeks in the chat.
JT, Will Ospreay is nothing but a glorified gymnast. He isn't a great pro wrestler. He sucks, and I wish he was over with Paul Levesque because he isn't all elite.
Will Ospreay's a great pro wrestler, bro.
He's phenomenal, man.
Fuck out of here.
He's not winning. I don't know if he's losing on social media or interviews or wherever he's doing all this fucking talking, man. But I wish he would stop. But on my screen, I enjoy him.
Yes, he needs to stop. Yes, he needs to. He needs to just let it go. You know.
Yeah.
He even did the little. We'll get into it. He did the. He was like a mix of Stone Cold and Triple H tonight over there with the fucking beer, spitting it out.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Paul Levesque over there. You just can't let it go, bro. Bruv, let it go, bruv.
Let it go, bro.
Shivani's in the ring. We both know what's at stake on Sunday. Yes, we know. The championship match looms, hangs in the balance at All in Texas. Ospreay is in the ring, and Hangman is in the ring. Ospreay said he understands why security are surrounding ringside, but said he will not get physical. Page agreed. Ospreay dismisses them all, says he'll make sure they get paid. Ospreay has one question for Page. Does he still drink? I think we know Adam Page likes a cold beverage every now and then.
Yeah.
He had 2 beers handed to him as a peace offering from last week, where they seem to be on the brink of fighting. Ospreay hands one to Page and tries to cheers the Hangman. And Adam Page is just looking very confused. So they both put down their drinks. Ospreay took a sip of his, and it became all foamy. I hate that. It must have been, I don't know if it was really chilled properly or if it was shaken up when it was handed to him, but it's not a good look to have foamy beer, bro, you know?
Wait, I thought you said you're supposed to have the foamy
Bro, he
beer.
opened the bottle, he took a sip, bro, and it just started foaming out of the top, man. It's not a good look. You know?
Not good? Okay.
No. No, you don't drink beer, so what am I asking you for?
I drink beer sometimes.
The last time I saw this guy in New York, I handed him a beer, and he was scared as a fucking child to drink the beer. But I told him, bro, just drink it. And then he asked, what is it? What is it? I'm just drink it. You'll know what the taste is when you put it on your lips. It ended up being a Wells banana bread beer. He's like, oh, this is good.
It's
yeah,
so
I know.
Good. It's so good.
I know.
Like it.
Ospreay was not drinking banana bread beer. I don't know what it was, but he put his beer down. And Ospreay said he's out there to petition to Tony Khan and the board of directors, which there are none in AEW. There's no board of directors in AEW.
Like, what board of directors?
This is not Dwayne Johnson, bro. Dwayne may have cut your show off on Saturday, but you have no board of directors. I'm sorry. So they want to be, or he, Ospreay, wants this to be the main event of Sunday night, and I can't really argue that case, Jesse. I would rather this main event than Anarchy in the Arena. In fact,
Same.
I would go as far as to say, let's open the show with Anarchy in the Arena and close with this.
Same. I said the exact same thing. Well, the world title is supposed to be the world title's not there, and then the other titles are just not as important as this match, and this is the championship for the Owen. I like this call.
Yeah, I think that's a right call. We'll see what they do on Sunday. A lot of people might think that he's mad for wanting that, having to follow Anarchy in the Arena and a 3-hour night of top-level wrestling, which I don't think he'll have a problem looking at this card. But they all don't realize what's at stake. The winner of this match will have the responsibility of bringing back the beautiful gold AEW belt. Ospreay wants this so bad as the moment he stepped into AEW, he did it the right way, traveling to and from England as he's constantly jet-lagged, but he shows up and says, ring the bell. Ospreay wants to wear the belt with pride, most importantly, to bring it home at Forbidden Door in London. Gee, man, they're really painting a picture over here. All In is July 12th. Ospreay in the main event, beating Jon Moxley, walking into the O2 Arena in London, England, at Forbidden Door, man. They're really painting a picture for him over here.
Are they, though?
You would think.
Are they? What if Hangman is winning in Texas?
I hope. Listen, man. My heart wants Hangman.
And then we get the Hangman and we get Will Ospreay in London.
I don't hate that idea.
That's what I'm thinking, man.
Darby Allin's also a wild card because he just finished climbing Mount Everest and now he's on his way down.
Shout out to Darby Allin, man. All kidding aside. That is not an easy. What did you guys do last week? This dude climbed Mount fucking Everest.
Round of applause for Darby Allin.
All kidding aside.
You know,
that
holy
is
shit.
an accomplishment. Yeah, not everybody does that. He fucking did it. He accomplished it. He's still alive. Hey, my hat's off to him, man. Seriously, that's good for him, man. I like that shit. Good. I hope they use that as some kind of fucking aura on TV. Just use it, but still, shout out to Darby Allin. That's awesome.
It's quite the feat there. Hopefully he makes it back in one piece, climbing down. I don't know. I know climbing up is treacherous. I don't know how treacherous it is or if it's any more as treacherous as climbing down. You would think, but we'll see what happens there. He should be back. By the end of this weekend, we'll have hopefully an update on him. But he's constantly jet-lagged as Osprey. Ring the bell. He wants to go into Forbidden Doors World Champion. People have supported him since he was young, an immature kid, and he wanted to wear the title to thank them for their support. Every Tuesday, Osprey leaves his 6-year-old at home, and he wants nothing more than to walk into that building for him to see Osprey as the world's heavyweight champion. Can you imagine, Jesse? Osprey is home in London all week. He'll work this show, fly back home. Obviously, you know, he's got the pay-per-view on Sunday. This is a pay-per-view week. But weekly, he'll fly in on Tuesday and then go to work on Wednesday and then fly back home and just rinse and repeat every single week. Man, you would think that the travel like that is just absolutely just ridiculous to do on a consistent basis, yet he does it.
How many of you guys complain about your commute to work every day? This motherfucker. I didn't know he was still living over in the UK. I thought he moved over here, man.
No, he's living in the UK. That's the reason why he signed here. He wanted to stay over there. And Tony, I don't know if Tony's getting him on the private jet every Tuesday. I don't know, man. But I doubt Will Ospreay is traveling fucking economy every Tuesday, man.
You got those miles built up, man.
I know.
He got a lot of miles working over there. That's a good question. I wonder if he is being flown out every week. You know, he come out. These tape shows are great for him. He come out, do a live show tonight, tape Collision tonight. You know, well, you'd be sticking around for the weekend, like you said. You got the pay-per-view, but you know, normally, you know, do a show, tape a show. You can go back home.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all, man.
So he wants to walk into the building and his son to see him as the AEW World Champion. Ospreay realizes how much Page also wants it. It's just Ospreay wants it a little bit more. Page says that's the difference between them. Like it will be Sunday. Ospreay wants it. He realizes there's no greater prize than to be All Elite Wrestling World Champion. For Ospreay, this could be a professional accomplishment, but for Page, it's personal. He doesn't want this opportunity. He needs it. Page screams that he's wasted 2 years of his life filled with grief, sorrow, and hate, not winning a single tournament or championship, but the one thing he won brought him nothing but the same. Christmas morning, he's talking about Christmas morning this past Christmas, when his son sat on the floor playing with his new toys, looking up at his dad, staring out the window, looking for someone he knew would never come back. When Page goes home, he needs his wife not to see him and take pity, but see the man she fell in love with. Page wants this for the fans who believed in him when he deserved it the least. Finally, Page needs this for himself, a light at the end of the 2-year tunnel from hell. He needs this after Ospreay told him it was too little, too late. Ospreay then tells Page what he plans on doing about it. You wrap the chair around his skull, beat his head in so badly, and you'll have to retire like Christopher Daniels. Is that what you're going to do? Ospreay has been there. He refuses to go back. Well, come Sunday, he's showing up and doing his best. Sometimes his best isn't good enough, and he could admit that. But he lost not by pulling out the referee or whining in the back, causing a DQ, whining in the back that he didn't get his way. If Ospreay lost, he did so by maintaining the fans' respect. Ospreay said he won their trust. As Page screams, if that would be enough for them, would that be enough for you to defeat Jon Moxley and the Death Riders? As Ospreay yelled back, he doesn't know. but Page does, so show him on Sunday. If Ospreay can beat Page, he knows he can beat Moxley and bring the title back to AEW. Page used to be a good-hearted dude, but he's a cowboy. Someone they should look for when times are tough. But his attention has been so turned on to Swerve Strickland. An entire year has changed Page. As Ospreay said, kids don't look up to you anymore. The boys in the back have lost respect for you. A woman in the crowd screamed when Page almost ended Swerve's career at All Out last year. Ospreay said before Page writes him off, he's beaten MJF, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Chris Jericho, and more that I haven't named. And I proved them all wrong that he's the best in the fucking world. And he said it as they bleeped him out. Ospreay said this despite, everything that's been going on here. He's got Page's back and hopes Page can say the same. Ospreay picked up the beer and said for Page to meet him in the desert for a shootout on Sunday, cowboy. Ospreay took a swig of the beer and tossed it aside as Page chugged his entire drink. And this back and forth between Page and Ospreay came to an end. Now, I will say this. They go back and forth. The one negative here, Jesse, they go back and forth on why they need it the most, and they both make valid cases. But then Ospreay comes in at the end of the segment. If I win, I hope that you have my back. If you win, I will have your back. That didn't need to be said. I would rather them leave that out after everything that we've gotten here and just let that shit play out. And when the situation arises, hopefully with the Death Riders, that one of these guys will be there to help the other. We didn't need it verbally because then it just kind of negates everything that they just said. But as far as the open to this show, I thought this was a tremendous back and forth. This was probably the best booked match that Tony Khan has had in an Owen, maybe ever, since the tournament has started. And with the World Championship on the line here, or the opportunity at the World Championship at All In, they couldn't have done a better job than to get me excited about this match with this back and forth, man. This was a great promo. We know Page, when he gets going, is a great promo, but for all the people that say Ospreay is not a good promo, I think he shut a lot of people up tonight. This was a tremendous segment that will probably go down as a top 3 promo segment in AEW for 2025.
Yeah, I think the line was put in there because I think what they tried to do there, and maybe I'm off here, but I think they tried to bring Hangman closer to the babyface line and further away from the tweener line. Or at least it gave off the feeling that Ospreay trusts Hangman as if he's a babyface and he's not treating him like a straight up heel. So he's like, hey, I'm believing that you're going to do the right thing and XYZ, because Hanger was kind of hanging around this tweener area. So now I have him in the babyface zone. So now it feels like there is going to be a separation of these feelings at some point, probably in London, when they face off for that world championship that he's going to win, Hangman, at All In. So maybe that promo is to bring them closer together to make the heat real when they have to fucking separate them and put them together at London. That was my feeling about it. That's why I feel like Hangman's gonna win in Texas, pop the stadium, and then they go to London, where he could be a short-lived champion. He could be, or they could have him walk away, losing in London. That is a possibility as well. But as long as he's in the main event fighting for the world title, it's not a absolute loss. So I kind of like where they're going with this in that regard, as far as the world title goes.
This is the only match I'm looking forward to on Sunday. The only match I'm looking for. Everything else on this show is a complete waste of time, and there's zero emotion in anything else. This is the only match that has any sort of emotion. Even the women's Owen final has no emotion because it's overly predictable. Mercedes is going to win, and Mercedes is going to All In. I doubt we see any other outcome but that. And, there's a small sliver of a chance that they bring back Athena and we get what we all asked for. I had someone today tell me,
oh, well, I don't think you and your partner on Wednesday even predicted Jamie Hayter to be in the finals of this tournament.
What are you fucking talking about? We predicted her, but we wanted her to win the fucking tournament. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is the shit that we get on social media.
It also doesn't matter because nobody is winning. It doesn't matter. It does until she wins. I don't give a shit what she lost overseas. Until she loses in AEW, she is gonna win.
This is the only match I care about on Sunday, and that's pretty fucking sad for a staple flagship show like Double or Nothing. We got another All-Star Trios match. Oh, man. I can't. How many of these we got during the Double or Nothing build, man? I lost count. Another All-Star match here. Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs against Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks.
This was fun.
This was fun.
This was fun.
It was a glorified party match, man. It's like PWG all over again, man. They're indie days all over again, man. They can't wait to relive their indie days on national television, you know?
Yeah.
It's all of us. You know, I don't like these types of matches because we see them so consistently. Like, I don't mind a good party match, but like 6 weeks in a row now, we got the same fucking match. It's like Tony Khan, I got an all-star tag team match. Okay, what makes it an all-star tag team match? Well, why can't you just call it a six-man tag team match? What is so all-star about it?
What happens the next six-man tag you put in and you don't label it as an all-star match and the guys in there are like, what are we fucking chopped liver?
Yeah, I know.
You guys aren't all-stars? No.
What if they label the next tag team match as an all-star match and you got guys like fucking
Kip Sabian
in there and fucking the Sons of Garbage over there with Dustin Rhodes? Are they on the same level as an all-star as Swerve Strickland and the Young Bucks? No, I don't think so.
No, probably not.
It would be best for him to stay away from these cringy, let's garner some excitement for this nothing match.
These labels.
Yeah, these labels for these matches. Let's move away from that. This was fine for what it was. It was just a precursor to what we're going to see on Sunday to get everybody in the ring. It's easy booking. That's what Vince used to do. It's just nonsensical, lazy, no thought about it whatsoever booking. Let's take some of the main event and we'll make it a tag team match. Let's take some of the main event on the weekend's pay-per-view and make it a six-man tag team match and get everybody in the ring at the same time before the show to give everybody a preview and a sneak peek. I hate that. It's like, listen, what the fuck are we paying $50 for if I'm watching them here in this match on TV for free? You know?
Right. Now, it's so... The problem is they do this too much. But in this instance, if you're building towards Anarchy in the Arena, you know, if you're building, you know, towards Survivor Series, you know, you're building towards stuff like that, then yeah, you do kind of have to have the parties that are involved in these, you know, big signature matches. You got to make it come together and make it make sense. And we've seen Willow and Marina Shafir, and we've seen all of these guys all interact on one way or another, all, you know, for the last few weeks. And it makes sense. They're building to Anarchy in the Arena. We were even, you know, calling it out before they announced it. Oh, here it comes. It's Anarchy in the Arena. Here it comes. Here it comes. You can see it. And then they announced it, and then boom. So this one makes sense. But the problem is they do this shit all the damn time. Every time the Death Riders have a damn match, it's a big-ass smosh in the fucking ring. You know, it happens too much. It's happened before they were building to Anarchy in the Arena, and it's going to happen again after Anarchy in the Arena. They do it too fucking much. That is they overkilled it.
I agree. I don't have anything else to add. I 100% agree. I mean, this is just they whatever road they take, it is the easiest road creatively. They put no thought into anything, honestly. So this was fun, and that's as far as I'll go. This was fun. There's no way a match with these six guys is going to be bad, especially with Swerve in there, and we love Joe. The Bucks are always at least consistent in what they do, whether you like them or not, personal preference. It was a party match, and it was fun for what it was. So we'll pick it up. There was 2 commercial breaks. Not as many as Raw, which we were 3-minute commercial breaked to death on Monday night. God. Did you feel like you were going to break yourself during the fucking amount of commercial breaks we got on Monday, bro?
Bro, so when I'm doing live watch-alongs for AEW, they don't fucking nuke my stream. So they leave my stream up untouched with all of the copyrighted music and all of the content there. They let it all stay up and let it go monetized. In WWE, I have to mute everything. I have to mute the music because they'll strike it if I don't. I have to mute, clearly the commercials and all of that shit. What we've learned on that stream, for a WWE stream, is that we get commercials, I have to mute. We get entrance music, which I have to mute because it's copyrighted. When they do their promo segments with Travis Scott and The Weeknd and all this other bullshit music they put in there.
Fiend.
All of that. I gotta mute all of that. So I leave the audio in during the match so you can hear the commentary and everything like that. Bro, I'll have the audio up for like 2 minutes and then it'll be off for like 5 and then come back on wrestling for a minute and a half. Gotta mute 3 minutes, and they tell you right there on Netflix 3 minutes of commercials.
Yep.
I set a timer on my phone one time when the show came back on. Hit the timer, let it go. A minute and a half commercial break. When the commercial came back 3 minutes later, here comes Travis Scott's music. Here comes this person's music. This music. This show is sponsored by this music and everything else. I gotta mute all of that. Entrance music, gotta mute. All they do is show promo packages with music, commercials, and then like a minute or two of wrestling. The ratio is so messed up, and I think that's what ruined my experience on Raw, because I get to realize how much of non-wrestling that we actually get. It's so little.
Yeah, it's bad. It's only gotten worse.
Man,
It's only gotten worse.
I said this on the stream when Triple H came out and announced that Raw wasn't gonna be mandatory 3 hours anymore. It was gonna be shortened. It might be 3 here and there, but it could be 2. It could be 2.5. Who knows? The ads never change. They have 3 hours of ad revenue to do whether we have 3-hour show or not. So if we have a 2-hour, 15-minute show, we're getting 3 hours of commercials that they have to fulfill still.
Yeah.
And it is nerve-wracking.
Someone in the chat, Tone C said, Twitch takes down AEW streams. Are you serious? I mean, they're losing audience week by week, and they don't want people doing live watch-alongs on Twitch, and they just rather take those people down instead of using them to promote the fucking brand?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Oh, man. That's ridiculous, man. How clueless could a company be, man? My goodness.
Wow.
Anyway, this tag team match, we'll pick it up as we go into the first commercial break here. Joe is in the ring. He teased the dive, but the Bucks cut him off with a pair of super kicks. Strickland flew back in with a rolling flatliner on Nicholas, followed by Fosbury flop. And Joe got a full head of steam and hits a tope suicida onto Moxley and the Bucks, and we go into the first commercial break. Oh, my goodness. We got a Billy Bomb tonight. What's up, JD and Jesse? I'm with my boy, my best friend, Mike. We will be at Double or Nothing drinking whiskey with the OTS family for life. Do we see Eddie Kingston at Double or Nothing? Love you guys. Oh, my goodness, Billy.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Oh, my goodness, Billy. Thank you so much, brother. You got to bring an OTS shirt to the venue, bro. You got to represent the brand, man, in some way, shape, or form. A sign, a shirt. Let them know, man. Speak it loud and proud. We love Billy. Thank you for the $100 super chat, brother. Do we see Eddie Kingston, Jesse, at Double or Nothing?
I'm done predicting premieres, debuts, returns. No.
Nah. Yeah, I don't think we see him.
No.
Hopefully you have a good time, brother. Bring extra whiskey and make sure it's cold.
For sure.
So we go into a commercial break with Joe doing a tope suicida. Joe has got a very scary tope suicida. Very scary.
Yeah. You got to stand there and take that and try to break his fall.
Yeah.
But this dude's coming at you, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So we do go into a second commercial break here. And we had triple team here in the corner from Bucks and Moxley. They were working as a cohesive unit. Brainbuster. Matthew leapt onto the floor onto Hobbs and Joe. Risky business by the Bucks. Connects on Strickland. He kicked out at a 2. Strickland, he was isolated by the heels. We go into a second commercial break, and we pick it up after the break here. Strickland remained isolated. Shafir got in some cheap shots. Swerve threw a desperation headbutt, and he tried to get away from the heels. Joe gets the hot tag. He takes down the Bucks, and he nearly gets a pin on Matt after a snap Samoa Joe power slam. Strickland tagged right back in. I don't know why he tagged right back in after he made the hot tag to Samoa Joe. Leave Samoa Joe to do all the work in there. Hobbs flew off the top rope with a frog splash. Strickland made a cover for a 2 off the Hobbs frog splash. Nicholas saved his brother from a brainbuster super kick party to Swerve. Double DDT on Hobbs. Joe ate super kicks but ran through the Bucks with a double clothesline. Moxley in now to take Joe out with a paradigm shift. Strickland flew in with a house call before jumping off the apron with a double Swerve stomp onto the Bucks outside. Jesse, did you see Swerve during the? I didn't put it in here, but I'm not thinking about it because he went to the outside here. Did you see him dive over the top rope and flip and then slip on the floor? Did you see when he did that today?
Yes, I did.
What was that about?
Wait. He did a what was that spot? I think this was in the ring, wasn't it? No, it was on the outside.
Yeah, he slipped on something and then he fell flat on his ass. I don't know. The mole said he was trying to upstage somebody. I wonder who that was. That was
the part where, he went over, but then who was it? Who was he going up against in that spot?
It was one of the Bucks.
One of the Bucks, because they flipped onto the outside to avoid Swerve. And he went over to try to be like, I'm going to land right here. But then he slipped. He was trying to upstage. That was a Ricochet spot.
Oh, okay.
So remember, so him and Ricochet, scissor to the head. He still got beef with him. That was a spot that Ricochet would normally do, but he kind of slipped at the end of it.
Top dollar, flop dollar, bottom dollar over there. He's going to have fun with that one.
Oh, fuck that guy, man.
AJ Francis is going to have fun with that one. Yeah, we can't mention him here.
Twitter tough guy.
Right, I know. Anyway, after that, Swerve pulled Matthew back inside, tagging Hobbs. Hobbs lowered the straps. He means business then. He spun out of a paradigm shift, planting everyone with huge spine busters. Strickland made the tag again. Moxley sent Hobbs crashing into the corner. Cutter connects on Moxley, by Moxley, who was sent to the outside by Joe, who turned into a super kick party. Bucks were waiting for him. They missed the EVP trigger on Swerve as Joe sank an 8 Kina clutch on Nicholas as Swerve rolled up Matthew to get the 1, 2, 3. So if Pro Wrestling 101 and the handbook say anything, bro, it is if you get the win on the go-home show, more than likely you will be on the receiving end of a loss at the pay-per-view. So it looks like the heels might end up winning Anarchy in the arena here.
That's what Pro Wrestling Logic Booking 101 tells me, man.
Mm-hmm. Post-match here, Claudio Wheeler, useless, is out there. He hit the ring, and he attacked the babyfaces. Shibata made the save. He beat the shit out of Yuta here and Claudio. Marina comes in, cuts off Shibata with a low blow. Willow sprints out there, hits a big pounce on Marina. Both ladies brawl around ringside until Kenny Omega's music played. He rushes to the ring, and he just delivers snapdragons to a couple people, one to Yuta, one to Claudio. Big V trigger on Matthew, Strickland, and Joe setting up a table at ringside. Omega brought Matthew to the edge of the apron, and he wanted a one-winged angel through the table, but Claudio pulled Matthew to safety as the Bucks and Death Riders retreat through the crowd. Joe said a sane man would wait until Sunday, but they're not waiting until then. They're coming after their asses tonight. And that was the final warning from Samoa Joe here as the babyfaces get the victory in this all-star trios tag team match.
Bro, I was told that Shibata was not there because he was injured.
Well, Shibata's back, like I mentioned, and nowhere to be found is the handsome devil, Hook.
And that's another thing. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for Hook to return.
What are they going to do?
I can't wait to find out if he is going to return and be a trios champion. Or is Hobbs going to say, here you go. This is yours. Or is Hook no longer in the ops? Or is it a Freebird rule? I can't wait to find out what happens when Hook returns.
Guys, 106 likes to go for Collision Corner tonight.
Oh, man.
900 likes is the goal. Yeah, I don't care about this. Everything just feels like kind of just, go out there, man, run out there. We'll hit your music, run out there and do your spots. And it's just chaotic booking, man. This is the formula. This is how they sell these matches. Vince used to do it with the Royal Rumble. Sometimes you send the whole locker room out there and they close the show as everybody's in the fucking ring getting ready for the Royal Rumble, right? And then the War Games, everybody's in the ring and all 8 guys are fighting. It's just lazy booking. It's just cringy booking. So Tony's following that same formula. I wish we would move away from it because it's just so formulaic and so same old, but this is what they do, and I don't think that it generates any more excitement than is already existing. That's just me. The lovely Alicia Atout is backstage with the Hurt Syndicate. And their legal counsel, as Mark Sterling is standing there with MJF, he struts in with a brand new suit. What'd you think of MJF's choice in suits tonight, Jesse? Thumbs down. Jesse gives MJF's suit a thumbs down. I think he went a little bit over the top. Yes.
It looks like he found some scraps of gold dust old ring gear and had them stitched into a suit. Like I said, he had the worst suit out there until Sammy Guevara came out.
Where does MJF go buy his suits, man? Does he go Joseph A. Bank? Where's he go?
I don't know.
Macy's?
I would hope that he's not buying them off the rack. Now that he's in the Hurt Syndicate, I'm hoping that he goes and hangs out with Sheldon and Bobby and find out where they get their fucking
Bro, you
suits.
imagine MJF going to Joseph A. Bank or fucking Macy's to go shop for a suit, man. Never, man, never would you see MJF shopping in one of those fucking lowbrow joints. Come on.
Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, Men's Warehouse, yeah. So he's there. MVP tells him, let out a big woo! Everybody's excited. And MVP says they have to go get some food. He tells his counsel to take care of MJF, who fist bumps MVP, Lashley and Benjamin, before telling Alicia Atout to get lost. MJF can say that because, obvious reasons. MJF calls
that rock on her finger.
I didn't look.
I didn't see it tonight. I don't know.
MJF calls Sterling a brilliant bastard and shakes the legal counsel's hand before asking Sterling, Mark, you got some hand sanitizer over there? I guess this guy was a sleazeball. I don't know. MJF, Hurt Syndicate. We get the segment and the initiation of MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. So they make their way to the ring with their legal counsel. Mark Sterling and MJF are there as well. MVP said tonight MJF signs his contract to become a member of the crew. Not that crew. Not the tag team, the crew. Not Leo Rush and Action Andretti. No Action Andretti. So the fans boo, and MVP said it's just because they know MJF is better than them and they know it. Ian Riccaboni questions, what is in this for the Hurt Syndicate? Well, MJF gets everything from his deal with the Hurt Syndicate, which is true. MJF strutted out, ripped up a fan sign, said his mother once told him the most important day of his life would be getting married to the love of your life. MJF then called his mom a dumb bitch because she never clearly joined the Hurt Syndicate. It's funny, bro. We just got through with Mother's Day, and MJF's out here calling his mom a dumb bitch.
She posted on Mother's Day that he never even called her for Mother's Day, anything like that. And I think he told her to shut the fuck up, something like that.
Probably.
What a dick, man.
Wouldn't be surprised. Fans boo MJF as MVP told them no one wants to be here in Albuquerque. That's where they were tonight. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Were they? Were they in New Mexico?
Was it New America yet?
I don't know.
Did he change it to New America? No.
Anyway, they were in Albuquerque. So he said nobody wants to be here as he gets paid to be there while the fans paid to be here. So shut your mouths. That's a shoot. They don't give a fuck about you as long as they got your money. MJF and MVP kept running down Albuquerque for not having a sports team as MJF told Sterling to explain them the fine print. Sterling said MJF will sign first and then the Hurt Syndicate, which I was very confused by. So MJF signs, followed by MVP Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley, debated on whether or not to sign. MVP cautiously, or actually not cautiously, continuously screams at the crowd to shut up as Lashley signs. The council places the contract in the briefcase, shakes hands with Sterling when MJF puts a Hurt Syndicate hat on and says this is the greatest day of his life, only to be cut off by the sons of Texas, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes. So we'll stop there. Jesse, did you get thrown off by the fact that MJF and the Hurt Syndicate were kind of healing it up a little bit when everybody's been kind of pro Hurt Syndicate and pro MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate? They went into a nice little back and forth with the fans, kind of healing them up and telling them to shut up and, kind of running down the town that they were in and making fun of everybody. Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was surprised, but I did notice that they seem to be they seem to be going out of the way to be extra heelish tonight.
Yeah.
Which again, I took notice as they're establishing that they are heels. They are going to be heels, meaning that we are going to get some kind of turn of some nature at some point. So we shall see.
We will see. I wish we didn't see with Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara walking out there. They demanded MJF, or as MJF demands their music to be cut off. And then Dustin and Sammy, well, more Dustin, not Sammy. Sammy didn't say a fucking word here. He goes and he starts cutting a promo on why they should take them seriously as contenders for the tag team championship. So MJF is angry now that they interrupted his initiation here in Hurt Syndicate and called them white trash Southern honkies, is what he called them. So yes, maybe. I mean, according to some, I don't think it's wrong. Dustin Rhodes is a white trash Southern honky, according to MJF.
I mean, but still, you can't call him that on national goddamn television.
Is Sammy Guevara a white trash Southern honky? Is what I want to know. How does he get labeled into that? I don't know.
No, not at all.
Rhodes tells MJF to shut his mouth. He doesn't doesn't have the work ethic or grit, and he hates his guts. Rhodes says he has the utmost respect for MVP, but thinks in his best interest, he needs to watch out for that snake in the grass, as MJF has obviously has a very colorful past. Rhodes and Guevara are day one guys. They're day one oos. As 6 years ago, they did something special. They changed the landscape. Fast forward to this Sunday, they want more gold. They're the undefeated Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. As if anybody fucking cares or even realizes how many teams they've beaten, who they've beaten, how many days they have the titles. Why are they even recognized is what I want to know. I don't know.
I never got the, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. Yeah, so much respect that you literally came out and interrupted him during his moment on TV. Your respect didn't keep you to wait until he was done with his business. You have so much respect for him, but not enough to let the man conduct his business. I never understood that bullshit. I have so much respect. No, you don't. If you did, you wouldn't be out here fucking interrupting me.
I'm just trying to, I agree with you. I'm just trying to find some level of fucking, why do I care about this?
Nobody cares about
it. Why do I care about the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions? Does anybody care about Ring of Honor is what I want to know. MVP said, be careful what you wish for, because Dustin says, look me in the eyes. I know you guys like to hurt people, so jump on me and try to hurt me, he says. Pause. This is what he said. MVP said, be careful what you wish for, as Rhodes said he and Guevara have looked in the devil's eyes and lived to tell the tale. Don't expect to be a walk in the park, because it won't be. They fight with soul, passion, and heart, and you can't touch their work ethic. If Rhodes was a betting man, he'd bet on the Sons of Texas. Jesse, are you feeling that feeling for this match?
No. I don't even know why they are out there. I was mad. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Dustin and Sammy are the heels because I was pissed that they were out there interrupting a segment that I was trying to hopefully get an awesome conclusion to. Instead, we got them coming out to challenge him to a match that I don't want to see. So I didn't enjoy the ending to this at all. At all.
Ladies and gentlemen, a PA announcement here on Off the Script Dynamite Review. We have 24 more likes, 23 more likes until we get Collision Corner. Nobody cares about Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Nobody cares about Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
Somebody said in the chat earlier that no one cares about the Hurt Syndicate. Do you care about the Hurt Syndicate?
I very much do care about the Hurt Syndicate, yes.
Are you a nobody?
I am very much a somebody.
This was a channel member too. You're a nobody according to them because they said nobody cares. I care about the Hurt Syndicate as well.
Who is this individual?
I don't know. Let's go back and find it before they delete it.
900 likes! Oh, my goodness!
Oh, man. Let me pull it up. Man, I got something for you guys at 900, man. I got something called...
Everybody's waiting for it.
Collision Corner.
Oh, my goodness! There he is. There he is.
Hold on for this one.
How much of a show do we even have to cover tonight, man?
Oh, man, we have... Bruh, hold on. So here we go. In this week's edition of Collision Corner, ladies and gentlemen, we have Charlotte Lesnar, a.k.a. Megan Bayne, versus Anna, I got a big booty J. Megan Bayne won. What a goddamn shocker.
Wow, man, if there's any reason to watch Collision, man, it is Anna Jay's assets, huh?
I mean, they exist. They are out there. Jack Perry, wherever the holy hell he is a very lucky man.
He don't have to work a day in his life ever again.
Man, he's probably all up in that ass. That's where he is. I would be. Kyle Fletcher somehow eked out a victory against AR Fox.
Wow, man, AR Fox, he's Mr. Collider, isn't he, bro?
This
Every week.
Guy is the goddamn bane of everyone's existence on Collision. You don't want to mess with AR Fox, bro. The crew had to go and recruit and get help from the patriarchy to deal with AR Fox. Well, it was too much.
The who?
The crew, the Crooper Troopers.
Okay.
They needed help. They couldn't deal with the Fox. The Fox was running shit, bro.
What color is Crew's jackets now?
Now they don't have jackets now. I haven't seen them this week.
Oh, good. Probably better off.
Be better off that way.
Maybe that's why they cut Collision 30 minutes before the fucking 10 o'clock hour.
RPG Vice.
Who?
And Lance Archer versus... Remember when Brody King used to come out with Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Julia Hart?
The good old days.
Yes. Well, now Brody King is teaming with Bandito and Tomohiro Ishii.
Wow, Tomohiro Ishii's back on television, huh?
Oh,
bro, can you imagine spending your Saturday night watching Tomohiro Ishii on your Saturday night?
Yeah, I can. I know exactly what it would look like.
Oh my God, Brody! What happened to Brody King, bro? What happened over here?
Brody King, look at Julia Hart tonight, just eating L's. The hounds of the hounds of hell, Black House, they all just eat L's now. That's what they do, man.
Ridiculous.
Except Buddy, he's cozied up every goddamn night with Rhea Ripley, not eating L's.
Another man who doesn't have to work a day in his life ever again.
Man, why? Why bother? Brody King actually got a win. Wait, hold on. This can't be fucking.
Whoa,
wait.
What a shot. Maybe Jesse made a typo over here, bro.
Let me. Brody King got to win.
Holy shit, man. I'm fucking speechless, man. Holy shit.
Wow.
The Hounds of Hells no longer exist, bro.
Well, I mean, who did he beat? Rapungi Vice, Lance Archer. Oh, so he's a less of a loser than Lance Archer.
Bro,
Okay.
what the fuck is a Rapungi Vice, man?
Hey, look, man. I don't write this shit. I just unfortunately report it. Okay. All right. The Vanilla Baby.
Oh, man, my guy, Vanilla Baby, man. Mini Vanilla Ice over here.
There we go.
Ice Baby over here.
The Vanilla Baby, Blake Christian, loses to Speedball Mike Bailey. The Vanilla Baby adds another notch to his losing belt, man.
Bro, can you imagine watching this on a Saturday night, man, spending your nights alone watching Collision, and this is the shit that's on TV?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man. Was Speedball wearing shoes? No, right?
Look, man, don't be fucking ridiculous, okay? All right. The guy just won $100,000. How can he afford shoes? Okay?
I gotta get an Ice Baby sound clip when we mention him from this on this show now.
Bro, now it gets juicy now. The Gates of Agony versus Big Bill and the Bad Apple in, well, you know they're in Chicago, so it has to be a Chicago street fight. Big Bill and the Bad Apple win. I'm not sure why this is a blood feud for some reason, but they have been fighting like arch nemesis for the last couple of weeks.
Does Tony really think this is Rampage, bro? What are you reading me here, man? This is like AEW Dark level. This is
what Collision is, bro. That's why I said that the Dynamite tonight was not the worst wrestling show of the week because Collision was last week.
Bro, how do we go from FTR Bang Bang Gang in a fucking 2 out of 3 Falls classic to Vanilla Baby, bro? Well, what happened on this show?
What happened to the Guns?
Maybe they took the Guns and did something to themselves so they don't have to watch this fucking garbage.
Me and quite a few of my chat was asking, where's the Gun Club? We were actually enjoying these guys. Gone. We get a tribute to Steve Mongo McMichael. Nice little video package. Highlights of his wrestling career and some highlights of his football career, actually.
Rest in peace, Mongo.
Rest in peace, Mongo, man. It was actually very, very well done. And let's see. Then Ric Flair came out.
Yeah, what happened over here, bro? What happened?
I'm busy watching Black Adam, bro. Would you go away, please?
What happened? Technical difficulties.
I'm watching Black Adam, bro. Final boss.
You mean to tell me Dwayne got to us too, bro?
I'm watching Black Adam, bro. What are you talking about? What?
I don't know. I don't know what the chat. Does anybody know what the ticker says?
About what? I mean, what's the next match?
Well, listen, we got top of the line maintenance here in the venue. So we're back live on air promptly. I'm sorry for never again, folks. I'm going to try my best to never have another technical difficulty on this show. Sorry, Collision Corner got abbreviated this week.
I'm watching Black Adam, man.
All right, it's probably better than Collision.
Probably.
Yeah. There you go. Where were we? Dustin Rhodes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Sons of Garbage. Yeah, hey, good luck with that one. Right, Paquette backstage with Kazuchika Okada.
The brunette.
Who?
The brunette, Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah. Asking if he has a response to Speedball Mike Bailey in his challenge for the Continental Championship. Okada said Bailey doesn't call him out. He'll call out Mike Bailey and issues the challenge for Double or Nothing. Paquette brings up Bailey never being pinned since debuting in AEW, and Okada says that's the first time for everything. Trust me. Okada left. And then he faked like he was going to say bitch upon returning and said, trust me. Now, I don't know if he's trying to... Maybe he watched some old school Jake the Snake Roberts promos, bro. Maybe he's taking influence from Jake, but no bitch tonight from Okada.
I don't like it. He has one job.
Bitch.
He has one job. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about that. I need my line.
I have to ask the powers that be over in AEW. Tony, good old Willie boy over there. Why? Why are we getting Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey? For what reason? Is there any conflict here? Is there any storyline? Is there any reason for this match taking place? You know, the pay-per-view would look a lot better with one less match. You could easily save this for Dynamite next week. This doesn't need to be on pay-per-view. What is this going to do? 20 minutes? 20 minutes for a Continental Championship that may or may not be a relevant title in the company anymore come July 12th. We don't fucking know. Why is this taking place? And what is the reason why this match has been booked for the show? Because all I remember is Speedball chasing Okada away last week after a fucking attack in the steel cage. Is that the reason why this match is taking place? When did a challenge go down, Jesse? Was there a challenge dropped on Collision? Was there a vignette or a promo?
Hey, I'm not going to lie. There might have been, maybe, possibly, but still, why? I mean, it would have made no sense. You cannot tell me that this match happening at a pay-per-view makes sense because maybe a promo happened or some shit like that. Nothing of substance happened to justify this match. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
From New York, this is going to be a banger match, and I can't wait to watch this match with my big bag of Doritos and my pizza rolls, and my mom is going to bring me some pizza bagels, and I'm going to watch Great Graps on Sunday night, JD from NY 206. You don't like professional wrestling? Yeah, great. I like my professional wrestling with a nice dose of, I don't know, chat. Story? Maybe?
Realism? Interest? Fun? Excitement? No? Okay.
Mike Bailey looks like he's ready to cosplay at a fucking Kung Fu convention, man. What the fuck are we doing here against Okada? Really?
Like he's auditioning to be a Power Ranger. By the
That's
way,
all we need.
I watched the Power Ranger documentary on Max. It was actually pretty damn good.
It's exactly what he could be, man. He should be cosplaying as one of the putties. It's fucking Mike Bailey flipping around all over the place. That's what he does. Go Power Rangers. Do.
Oh man.
I'm losing my mind. This show is making me lose my fucking mind, bro. I swear, this show is making me lose my mind, man. I can't do it no more.
Fucking putties, man.
Fucking ridiculous.
Bro, you gotta watch that documentary, man.
Next thing we need is Lord Zed and fucking Rhea Repulsa coming down and Goldar coming in. That big gold bastard.
Bro, the Power Rangers are more cursed than the Von Erichs, man. You gotta watch that shit.
Where is this on Netflix?
It's on Max. It's on HBO Max.
Oh, of course it is.
It's the name.
Was it easier to find than AEW programming?
Oh God, yeah. Easily. It's on the front page. Easily.
Oh my God, man.
Easily.
Fucking ridiculous.
I'm gonna open up my Max app right now, and hey, look, there it is, front page. Oh my God, man. They bury that show. Like they go.
Who's got better hair, chat? Me or Mike Bailey?
Who cares? Nobody cares about who has the better hair. What?
Oh man.
Oh man, dude. You gotta check this. So I'm trying to see which.
You guys want to laugh? I can make you laugh. You want extra laughs? Ricochet versus Anthony Bowens with badass Billy Gunn over here, man. Daddy ass.
Black Adams on Max.
Of course it is. It's only very convenient that the star of that movie is the second in command over in WWE next to Ari Emanuel.
Wow.
Bro, Anthony Bowens, man, he's 2-0 since becoming, what's his nickname? The Pride of Pro Wrestling?
2-0? I thought he had more matches than that.
What's his nickname? The Pride of Pro Wrestling, what else? The five-tool player, right?
The five-tool player. Man, every time he cuts that promo about him being the 5-tool player, I vomit a little bit more in my mouth.
Bro, the five-tool player should not be losing if he's a 5-tool player, bro.
I loved Anthony Bowens when he started this venture. I loved him as a tag team. I loved him when he started this singles venture. But every time he comes out and cuts that, I'm the 5-tool player, the perfect fusion of excellence and performance. Bro, I hate it so much. I enjoy watching him lose so much tonight. He is the cringiest babyface in the entire company. I don't know who's booking him, but it fucking sucks.
I have a question for the powers that be. Once again. Mm-hmm. Ricochet has a match on Sunday against Mark Briscoe. Why it's taking place? Fuck do I know. What's the turmoil there between Ricochet and Mark Briscoe? Who the fuck knows? They want Ricochet in the pay-per-view. Let's materialize some fucking bullshit with Mark Briscoe. And we'll throw a stipulation on top of that, make it a stretcher match. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck getting people to care about that. But he has a match here tonight, and he's got a match on Sunday. So no matter who he's in the ring with, he's going to have to get the win to look strong going into the pay-per-view. Why did it have to be the guy that you just broke away from one of the more acclaimed, pun intended, tag teams of the 5 years that AEW's been in existence? Why do you need to take Ricochet and put him in a match with a guy who is trying to get his feet wet, trying to get some wins under his belt, trying to be taken seriously when he was a tag team guy for 5 years and finally has broken away and has given himself a gimmick and a look and a moniker, a catchphrase? Why are you throwing him out there so haphazardly and so carelessly to take a loss when you could have chosen anybody else on this roster? How do you people find this to be a productive way to get your talent over in a meaningful way? I don't understand that. Now, granted, it's Anthony Bowens, and nobody takes him seriously because the fucking company doesn't take him seriously. But I'm trying to explain to you how this is a weekly, regular occurrence. They are not in the business of building stars. If they were, Anthony Bowens would have been given some sort of priority, not a random throwaway match in a match with a guy who needs to win before the pay-per-view. Do you understand why I'm so frustrated here?
Right. But wait a minute. Slow down on this one, man. They did protect Bowens here. And he
protect in what way, Jesse? He lost.
He lost because he got hit in the head with a pair of scissors.
Which is also the reason why they made the match. I'm sure they all sat around creatively and said, "Oh, who can we put in the ring against Ricochet tonight? Oh, how about Anthony Bowens, because he's scissors, and Ricochet used to use the scissors on Swerve, so we'll just do it scissor versus scissor." That's exactly what they did to come up with the match.
The guy can't go undefeated, okay? He won like
Bro,
his
he's
first...
2-0.
Is that... I could have sworn he won more matches
I have
than
it
that.
here. Lee Johnson and Vanilla Baby.
That's it?
Yes.
I could have swore I had to watch that stupid ass promo more than twice, though. That's why I'm like sitting there. It's like he had to have won more than that. I thought he won like 5 or 6 straight. I was wondering when his streak was gonna end. He had to take an L at some point. You sure it was just 2 minutes?
Yes, I have it here.
Oh wow. I
I'll
thought it was
double
more.
check. Let me see. Maybe I missed something.
I thought, man, because he's been out for weeks. I could have sworn he had more than 2 goddamn matches, man.
Let me see. Anthony Bowens. Let's go to cage match.
Yeah, check that again.
Let's go back to cage match.
He has some filler matches at least.
Bro, he after Max Caster, it's been Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. That's it.
Fucking hell.
That is it. That is it.
Oh my god. It must have been all promos and everything else that he's been coming out and spitting that shit, man.
Ridiculous. Ricochet wins. Like Jesse said, it was via shenanigans here, but a loss is a loss. So Gunn went to go grab Ricochet when Paul Turner cut him off. The distraction allowed Ricochet to grab his gold scissors underneath a turnbuckle pad, stabbed Bowens in the forehead, hit the Spirit Gun, and stole the win. After the match was over, Ricochet ran down the aisleway laughing, telling everybody in Albuquerque they suck. Mark Briscoe rolled out a stretcher behind him and was standing behind Ricochet. He fired off punches and loaded Ricochet onto the stretcher, going up top and wanted a froggy bow, but Ricochet bailed, crawling his way to the back. That's it. Anything to add on this nothing match, Jesse?
No, man,
okay.
because
Another match, a double or nothing that's just randomly thrown out there because it's great graps.
We really don't need any extra matches out there. I mean, it would be great if instead of trying to fill the show, that they just shrank the show down to the absolute most necessary matches, made them longer and better, and shortened the pay-per-view. But it's almost like you've been saying that for years or something. You know?
I've been saying this. I've been saying this for years.
Man.
Do we need 8 matches for this show? I swear to God, if this show goes past 12 o'clock, man, I'm going to fucking blow a brain cell. I swear to God. Multiple brain cells.
The name of the show that you need to see on Max, well, after The Sopranos, of course, but maybe before The Sopranos, because that's a whole goddamn series, but it's Hollywood Demons. It's like episode 3, The Power Rangers. Because the real Iron Claw is also in that list for the Von Erich story. They go over some stuff. They got everybody.
How many of the original Rangers have passed away, bro? The Yellow Ranger, the Pink Ranger, the Red Ranger, how many of them? Green Ranger's gone?
I think all but one.
Who's the only one that's alive? Blue Ranger?
Fuck, no, they didn't all go because there was like 30 different Rangers.
I know, I'm talking about the original cast.
The original ones, the Black Ranger's still here. And I think that's it.
Imagine the only thing people will remember you for is being a Power Ranger.
Power Ranger.
You lived most of your identity under a mask, wrestling and fighting putties.
They go into that. They go into that in the series too. You got to see that, man. It is heart-wrenching, especially someone like you, like me. We grew up watching the Power Rangers, man.
The Pink Ranger is still, is she alive still, the Pink Ranger?
Amy Jo is still here?
Is she? I thought she wasn't with us anymore.
They didn't talk about her dying, so she must still be here. But Tommy, the White Ranger, my God, man, that is the most tragic of them all.
Someone in the chat just said, there's 9 matches now, JD. They just added one on the taping of Collision. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking hell, man.
What did they add? Can someone find out what they added for me, please? I need to know what the fuck they added, honestly.
Come on.
What could possibly be added to this show?
Hollywood Demons on HBO Max is the name of the series. Pull up Hollywood Demons. They got like six episodes on there. And here, I think I have the titles here. Yeah, I do. We got the
Paragon versus the Don Callis family. What?
I thought the Paragon was feuding with
Who? That better be Takeshi and Kyle Fletcher. I swear to fucking God.
Oh yeah, probably it probably is.
But why? Have they been feuding?
Because why not?
I'm asking you. You watch Saturday. Who are normal persons watching Saturday Night Collision, man? Are they feuding on Collision?
Yeah, they are. In promos, basically, and shit like that. They are. I mean, but it's...
This show sucks. This show is a fucking waste of time. Oh, my God. Mercedes Moné. Face-to-face with Jamie Hayter. We got 3 chairs set up in the ring. Renee's in there moderating this entire thing. So Jamie Hayter is out to a good reaction. Mercedes is out. Renee asked Hayter, or said to Hayter, that she has done something Monet has not been able to do in her time in AEW, and that is hold the AEW Women's Championship. Oh, my lovely Renee. Give it time, honey. Give it time. It's coming.
Wait for it.
Renee brings up Hayter's injury history and asks if she views herself as an underdog on Sunday. Hayter says if she is the underdog, so be it. She'll keep crawling back time after time after time, not giving others or not having others do her dirty work and act like she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Hayter says she's a fighter. Everyone watching has made her into just that. This means more to Hayter than it does Monet. They all know it. I would say that's a shoot, honestly. As this is more than a title shot. It's about not being forgotten. Oh, don't worry, Jamie. Don't worry. After this match is over, you will be forgotten. When the bell rings, the confetti falls, the cup is lifted. If it's not Hayter doing it, she'll question what is even the point moving forward. Renee asks Monet if she's worried Hayter will be the first woman to defeat her in single... Oh, my God, man. I guess Renee's a comedian, man. Renee is a comedian here on AEW Dynamite, man. She asks Monet if she's worried Hayter will be the first woman to... Oh, man. Renee's got jokes, Jesse. Renee's got jokes,
Mercedes kind of like answered her in that way, too. Like, you lost your fucking mind, Renee?
Oh, my God, man. I never heard anything so funny all year, man, at pro wrestling. Monet called herself a revolution. She then said she's the Beyonce of women's wrestling. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, man. I'm not.
That's a shoot.
I don't know why anybody would adamantly admit that, man. That makes me dislike her more, honestly, and not in a good way.
Bro, I don't know. I'm quite positive you have not heard all of the inside stuff going on with Beyonce and her husband, but it is not something to be proud of to be referred to as the Beyonce of something.
Well, if Jesse's saying that, then there's some validity behind it because I don't have a fucking clue what's going on over there.
Trust, man. She is. Put it like this. You know, Diddy's on trial, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's caught up in that whole big ass fucking Hollywood controversial circle, man.
Good. I'm not surprised. They're all Satanists. Yeah. They all do things inappropriately with children. I know.
All of them. She is being accused of some shady business shit. You don't want to be called the Beyonce of anything. I don't know why she would refer to herself as that.
Nope. Yeah, there's some serious shit going on over there, man. Hollyweird is what I call it. They're all fucking scumbags. They're all sick people. The things that they do and the stories you hear about the children gone missing, man. It's all these people, all the Hollywood elite. So I don't like that reference at all. Yeah. I think Beyonce and Jay-Z and all those people, P. Diddy, just disgusting human beings. So that does not make me like Mercedes one bit.
Yeah. So and look, before you know, people come to my DMs and how could you be saying that stuff about? I know what Jay-Z has done for the rap industry. I'm aware. I know just as much as you guys do, but I'm not fucking stupid and I don't blindly follow anybody. I've said that once. I'll say I don't blindly follow anybody, bruh.
If you just look at some of the things that these people do and the hand gestures that they make, man, and the things that they wear and the symbolism that they go out there and portray in public, it's all Satanism. It all is. I don't want to get started on the conspiracy theories, but these people are evil. These are evil people. They don't give a fuck about you. How do you think they got to where they got? You cannot do that as a normal human being. You have to give something and get something in return. That's the way that I look at it. These people may be influential. They may be, for the music industry, some of the top performers of all time. How do you get there? What are you doing to ascend to the heights of someone like that and the status of someone like that?
It's amazing that you say.
It happens in pro wrestling too. What do you think Vince is innocent? Vince is just as guilty as anybody for the fucking billions that he's accumulated.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a YouTube video of exactly what we're talking about. You can watch it at your leisure one day, or not. But they talk about that, and some of the celebrities who didn't make it as big as these guys, talk about what they had to pass on and what happened to their careers when they said no. They get blackballed, they get shunned. Some of them have lost their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I hope everyone here understands. I've never once have been referred to as a conspiracy theorist. So I'm telling you right now, the stuff that I've heard is fucking frightening, man. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Beyonce won Best Country Music Album of the Year.
Sure.
Give me fuck is...
Sure.
Give me what?
And a country bone in her body, bro.
Man.
You kidding me?
Man.
Wrestling is a satanic industry. I don't have to mention to you. Look at Vince. Look at the way that he's done things. Look at Brock, the beast incarnate, Satanism. The revolutionary, the Seth Rollins, the whole fucking the Messiah, satanic. The left eye symbolism, satanic. Aleister Black is a take on Aleister Crowley, satanic. The almighty Bobby Lashley, that is shunning Jesus Christ, satanic. The Game, the King of Kings, Triple H, is satanic. When you realize that Satanism lives in every aspect of what you do, whether it's music or the spotlight, the celebrities, pro wrestling, sports, people making weird hand gestures, people throwing up fucking all this other shit. It's all Satanism. The entire Super Bowl halftime show is all Satanism. That's it. It's nothing but more than a fucking satanic cult fucking get-together. Oh, that's all it is. So the more you people realize this, it took me a while to realize this. And I have my brothers to thank for that. And I don't want to go off on a fucking beaten path here, but, you got the discussion started with Beyonce. Beyonce and Jay-Z are the two fucking biggest Satanists in the entire industry. I mean, the people that I listen to, the musicians I listen to are fucking Satanists. We have to live with it because that's how they got to where they got. And we are forced to fucking abide by their spells and their music and their fucking entertainment because that's what it is. That's all it is. That's all Hollywood.
All right, look, I'm not sitting there co-signing on everything that you just said about Satanism, but I will say this. They are not good people.
No.
They're not even decent people. They are... And this applies, and I'm like you. I'm not trying to go off on a complete tangent. This applies to everything in Hollywood. You pretty much have to sell your soul to get to certain heights, and that could mean a few different things. You have to do something that would normally be entirely against anything that you believe in to make it to the heights that some of these stars make it to. You just don't get to just do it because of talent. There are plenty of talented people across the fucking world. What's going to separate you? You got to do fucking something different. I mean, all these stars, women, Harvey Weinstein. How many of these women in Hollywood right now, these mega stars in Hollywood, how many of them had to sleep with Harvey Weinstein to get there?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that's not a conspiracy theory. The guy's in jail for the shit right now.
Yep.
I mean, everybody has fucking done. Eminem is on the record. Eminem is a fucking recluse. Eminem does not leave his fucking house. He comes out of his house, goes to stage, performs, and goes back home. People ask why. He said because he don't want to take part in this bullshit that is Hollywood and what it takes to make it. He stays to his goddamn self. He don't go to these parties. He don't go to the fucking anything because he is not involved in any of that bullshit. So you'll find a select 1, 2, 3 here or there. But for the most part, when you see these pictures and at the clubs and Diddy out there popping champagne bottles at the white parties, everybody at those fucking white parties, bro. Everybody you see at those Diddy white parties.
What did they have to do to get in there, bro?
Yes, exactly. All those.
And what are they doing while they're in there? And what is being done to them while they're in there? Nobody will ever know. That's why they call it secret societies.
Yeah, that it. You put it like this. Let's say we're wrong about some of these people. We are more right about most of the people, and we're wrong about a small percentage of them. Most of these people are exactly the way that we're fucking telling you guys right now.
Yeah, they're all pieces of shit. They're all evil. So I didn't like that. I found that to be just very,
I would
very
not call
off-putting.
myself the Beyonce of anything.
No, that's an awful look for her. She said to Hayter, she's looking straight through Hayter like the glass doll that she is. Monet always gets what she wants. Shoot. And what she wants is going to All In to become the AEW Women's Champion. So she's basically told you what she wants. She told Tony what she wants, and she's going to get it because Tony's not going to tell her no.
Nope.
25-0 in singles competition, 360 days to the greatest TBS champion of all time. Getting this not by luck, but dedicating myself to it and hard work. Monet said this is about her legacy, as Double or Nothing won't be when Hayter's story begins, but her chapter ends. Hayter mentions Monet looking a little lighter tonight, bringing up the fact that she lost her New Japan Strong Women's Championship without being pinned, obviously. Hayter watched Monet losing, which is her destiny, losing everything. Monet exploded out of a chair, absolutely leveled Jamie Hayter, who blocked left and right hands and folded Monet up with a Haterade to end the segment. Like we said with the other segment that we talked about with the baby faces and the heels, Anarchy in the Arena, the babyface got the one over on the heel here. Gee, I wonder who's going to win Sunday.
We shall
It's
see.
Miss Beyonce.
Yeah, really. Is Stephanie Vaquer a Satanist? Good question. Look at her.
Stephanie Vaquer has obvious satanic symbolism, yes.
Look at her.
She comes out look at the gear. I mean,
Yep.
she's my favorite Satanist.
You're a fucking weirdo.
I mean, what do you want me to say, man? Let's round this out, man. She is fucking something else, I'll tell you that. Mina and Julia Hart.
Speaking of gorgeous.
This was, both of them are. I don't know why this was the main event. I really don't. This was put together because Mina is wrestling Toni at the pay-per-view, and she needs a win going into the pay-per-view. But that's not the issue.
Why is it against Julia Hart?
That's an issue. That's a smaller issue. The issue here is Tony Khan and creative, if you even want to call them that. I mentioned this on last night's TNT. AEW took Megan Bayne. And Megan Bayne is fucking just this monster of a woman. She's got the look. She's got the beauty. She's got the in-ring skills. And they built her up. Gave her woman after woman after woman for 2 months. We get Megan Bayne and Toni Storm at Revolution. And what happens? After 2 months, Megan Bayne gets a match. By the skin of her teeth, Toni Storm won. And now Megan Bayne, haven't seen her on Dynamite since. She's now colliding on Saturday night with Anna Jay and Harley Cameron, and in the middle of nothing with two jobbers. And Megan Bayne has not recovered from losing to Toni Storm. 2 months you took Megan Bayne to the AEW World Championship, and now when she goes back for it, it doesn't mean a fucking thing because you already brought her to that and already gave her a loss. So how special is Megan Bayne? That's 2 months. They're doing the same thing with Mina. Mina just got here. She got an all-elite graphic tonight from Toni Storm, or from Tony Khan, rather. She's wrestling Toni Storm at the pay-per-view, Jesse. She won a Fatal 4-Way last week already. After 1 week, is the #1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship, and she's only there because, A, Toni Storm needs a match on the pay-per-view because Mercedes has a match, and they want their two biggest stars to have a match on the same show so they can build the match for All In, and they need a #1 contender. But of all the people you have on this roster, you couldn't build a story. In all the weeks you gave us eliminator matches, you couldn't give us a story with a woman to make us actually emotionally invested in someone else by winning matches and telling story and dialogue on television with Toni Storm and someone else. You give us Mina after 2 weeks, bro, going into a match that she's undoubtedly going to lose on Sunday night. And then after Sunday night, what then? You already gave her a championship match. She's already gotten what so many women in this company desire to have. A championship match on pay-per-view against the hottest woman in the company. And she's already getting it, bro. And after she loses, she goes and collides with Megan Bayne. Are they fucking serious? They committed the same mistake not once but twice and will continue to do the same thing over and over again, Jesse. It's fucking inexcusable.
Yeah. There's no explaining it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Look at Camille. What the fuck happened to Camille? Exactly. We're still waiting to find out what happened with Camille.
Oh, Queen of the Ring. Oh, you mean that Camille that they need to advertise in the graphics on their own show that she's the second biggest part in the movie.
You know, I remember when we were getting rumors that Mercedes was coming to AEW. I remember it, and I remember people saying, I know I was thinking it, that, man, this could be it. She could really actually come in and save the women's division. She could improve it. It's going to get better. It's going to be put on the map. She's going to be free to improve women's wrestling the way that she's always wanted to do in WWE. Look, man, I'm going to call it like I fucking see it. It feels like Mercedes has been the absolute worst thing to happen to the women's division in AEW.
Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000%.
And that's messed up, man. It doesn't have to be that way because she could do so much more, but that's not what we're getting. It's just not what we're getting. The way that she's being booked, the way that she's being treated, it's in a way that's not elevating anyone. She's the only one that's benefiting from it. And I'm just trying to give my reasons as to why I'm saying something like that, because that's huge. She should be someone that comes in to help everyone look better. And instead, the division has been at a stall. No one is getting better. Up and coming stars like Julia Hart, like Chris Statlander, women like that are just they are not improving, and they should be. They should be the future of this division, and they're not. Mercedes is the future of this division and no one else. And that's messed up, man. I honestly expected more from Mercedes when I heard she was coming to AEW, but that's not what we're getting, man. So I'm done.
Wow. Look at that. I don't need to I don't need to say anything tonight, man. Oh my goodness, man. It's like I wasn't even here.
I mean, I saw you disappeared. It's messed up though, man. I thought that my favorites would get better. I thought a women's division with Mercedes and Britt Baker, with Stat, with Julia Hart. I thought with Jamie Hayter. I thought that we would have Mariah May, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, Britt Baker, and Mercedes Moné, and this would be the absolute best goddamn women's roster on the planet. I even called it the summer of the women in the AEW. Man, was I a fucking idiot? We got none of that. All we got is Mercedes walking around here with titles. That's it. Nothing else.
Who did you make? Britt Baker, bro. What is she baking, man? Does she make good scones?
Britt buried Baker.
Muffins?
Absolutely fucking buried.
Cookies?
Man.
What is she baking, bro?
It's sad, man. It is so fucking sad. I don't understand it. Like, I legitimately don't understand it. I just named so many names that should be the core of the absolute best women's division in all of pro wrestling, and it's not. Yeah, it's nowhere near it.
Just because I'm an asshole, I want to keep Jesse going. Mercedes, she was quoted saying she wants to see more Athena on AEW television, Jesse.
Me too. Me too. That's another name that should be in there.
Oh, man.
That's another
Mercedes
name.
wants more Athena on television, bro.
Yeah, right. Athena is doing the best work of her career in a little bitty bubble by herself. No one else is watching. No one else knows.
You know what I said? I said, well, if Mercedes wanted her on TV and told Tony Khan this should be the match at All In for the TBS title, with Athena going over and ending this reign of terror from Mercedes, it would have happened by now. But you know what? Mercedes didn't want it. It's not happening, and we all know why. Hashtag creative control.
It's pathetic, man.
It's sad.
It's pathetic. All of the...
This is by the way, I want to preface this before Jesse continues. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to announce this. This is simply a pro wrestling opinion and should not be a cancelable offense. Thank you for understanding.
All of the WWE horsewomen except Bayley has been an absolute cancer to women's wrestling.
True. You know, I kind of want to lump Becky into that, but at the same time, I don't. I think Becky has done a lot more good than she's done bad.
As of late, she's
Yes.
lumped into that. As of late, she is in that.
Okay.
She didn't. It wasn't always like that for Becky. Only as of lately, it's been that way too. Yeah. She's called Becky Hogan, for Christ's sakes, man.
So is Mercedes.
Exactly. No one's calling Bayley that shit. Everyone except Bayley, man, has been. I mean, the horsewomen have just. I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
This is something that the AEW fan base just doesn't. They're not smart enough to understand why we're so upset with this. Someone said this to me today, Jesse. I swear, with all the way y'all fantasy book, there would never be a dominant heel superstar in wrestling. Maybe it wasn't time yet, and Ring of Honor and the brand couldn't afford to lose her. Maybe it's in transition. I'm a fan of your content, but sometimes I don't get the logic, says Clubber Lang, who I'm sure is listening. So I said, an entire women's division is being destroyed. That's logical to you? If that's the case, I don't want you listening to my content.
They said that we wouldn't have a dominant heel, is what he said.
If I swear with the way y'all fantasy book, there would never be a dominant heel champion. She's been the TBS champion since last Double or Nothing. How fucking long does she need to be the champion?
Hold on. Did we bury or did we love the heel run of Roman Reigns?
We love Roman Reigns,
the dominant heel champion.
And you know what? Most people weren't even ready after 4 years for Roman to lose the championship. Why? Because he did more for the championship, good for the championship, than he did bad. Was it floundering a little bit towards the end? Yeah, because they were running out of people after 4 fucking years, for sure. And the bloodline was kind of fizzling out. There's nobody left. The fuck are we doing? She's going to be the women's champion. Who the fuck is going to be there to defend the championship against?
I love dominant heel champions, man. Love them. Gunther, I wouldn't have taken the title off of Gunther.
Gunther was champion 666 days, and that was too short.
Loved it. I wouldn't have stopped it. It was great.
One guy said, okay, bro, this is very low. It's one thing to critique her creative or not agree with the decisions Tony Khan makes. This comes across as you don't like her, and I don't know if that's true or not. You have a huge platform, and to spread a narrative like this is low. How are we spreading a narrative?
To any of your content, did he?
How are we spreading a narrative? The division is dead. You got one woman who's eaten everybody alive, and then the other woman who's eaten everybody alive, and you're putting them together. How is this fruitful for the division? Please someone explain this to me. How is this making anybody but Mercedes? How is anybody more over? They're so fucking depleted that they're putting women in the men's match to get them over. What are you people watching? You got 2 women in Anarchy in the arena match wrestling the men because they had nothing to do in the women's division. Yeah, we're the bad guys.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Mina wins. Are you shocked? No. This match shouldn't be taking place. That's 3 matches we've talked about tonight. That should be off the show, and it should be a 6-match maximum. That's it. Here we are looking at 9 matches on this fucking terrible show on Sunday night. I'm going to need fucking a 6-shot espresso to stay awake. So after the show was about to come to a conclusion, they built towards Anarchy in the arena. Joe, his promise was kept. They all brawled. Everybody in the Anarchy in the arena match brawled to end the show. Gabe Kidd was out there, hit Joe from behind with the briefcase that holds the AEW championship. He finally showed up. Is he in the match? Of course not. Did we get an explanation as to why he's there and helping Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks? Of course we didn't. They're allergic to explanations. The part that got me and the most cringiest thing of the entire show was that they let Sum 41, This Is War, the official new Dynamite theme, play as everybody was Anarchy in the arena as this show went off the air. First of all,
we did that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, but it was a lot cooler because Bryan Danielson's music was playing, and that song is infinitely better than what the fuck they played tonight. When I think of Anarchy in the arena, Tony, and everybody listening to me, I don't think of fucking Sum 41. This emo pussy like fucking band that you got playing. This is war, or whatever the fuck they're saying. It is so garbage. Like, if you really want to get across that it's Anarchy in the arena, bro, you got to go out. You got money to blow on licensed music. You better go out and get fucking For Whom the Bell Tolls or something along those lines. Hit the Lights by Metallica or something a little bit more hard hitting. Machine Head, Fear Factory. You need a metal playlist? I got one for you. Just hit me up. Something. I mean, that was just cringy as fuck to hear that music playing over them brawling at the end of the show. Awful. Just awful.
Yeah. And I want to put this in the chat real quick. I saw a couple people ask me about the info about Jay-Z and Beyonce that I saw. I'm gonna put the YouTube video in the chat right there. Yeah. So if you were interested, click on that right there. It goes into great detail about some of the horrible things that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a part of and behind.
Yes. So there you go. Battery by Metallica. Something that's high energetic, fucking loud, and just, heavy. Something, man. I don't know what because they're going to play something. I don't know whose music's going to be played.
Yeah, they gotta play something. Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be, but whatever they did tonight, man, did not hit at all on
I am happy
Wednesday
that
night.
it won't be Travis Scott. So
no, as long as it's not Travis Scott. Thank Christ.
Scott.
Thank God. Anyway, thank you guys for a great show, man. We're going to get these super chats, and then I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Jesse's going to get out of here. I got some dungeons to do on Destiny. Follow us on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go check out all of the other content on the channel. Go follow Jesse as well, Chi-Town Smart on X and on YouTube. Link for his YouTube is down below. And go get your new OTS t-shirt. What the fuck you guys drinking? Now available on bonfire.com. Go and support. We already sold a nice 10 spot in 24 hours. So thank you guys very much for that. So go and get yours today. Now available. And wait till you guys see this new TNT design, man. It may be the best selling t-shirt that we've ever had. Honestly, it's that good looking. Let's start with Michael Krause. $2 super chat. Good Wednesday, JD. Jesse, OTS, how's everyone? Yeah, thank you, Michael. Jay Everington with a 5. I hate to say it, but I think Moxley leaves All In as champion. Tony will want to continue his run until Wrestle Dream, where Darby will be crowned. Listen, man. A lot of people are running with this narrative because you're hearing it from others. I hope to God that doesn't happen.
No, man. Darby, I don't know who's running that, but if you ask me, and I think what we're going to get, Darby's going to come back and pretty much start at the bottom. I'm not going to bring Darby back and put him like in the main event match right away. Maybe not at the bottom, but just put him on the show and just ease him into shit. I don't think Darby needs to come off the mountain and get into the ring with Moxley. That's not what Darby needs. Darby's not in ring shape either right now. So
No, who knows when he's going to be back in ring shape.
Exactly.
He may need a month or two off.
Yeah.
Hannah with a $4.99. Great go-home show tonight. Can't wait for Sunday. Counting down the days till All In. Traveling from Tennessee to Texas for my 14th live AEW show. Cheers. Thank you, Hannah. I'm surprised Hannah is still here after we're so negative and truthful about the company. Hannah is a fan of the show. I appreciate that. Hannah's a real fan. You see that? I love it. Thank you, Hannah. Nick Williams with 36 months. The only good thing about Dynamite was the face-to-face with Ospreay and Hangman. Hannah Page, And Osprey, Hurt, MJF segment, and the opening theme. That's it. Dynamite sucks. You like the opening theme. I can't stand it. I think it's fucking cringy as shit. Jay Barker with 33 months. What's up, brother? What's up, everyone, says Jay. Tony Brown with a 5. Mercedes could use a good tongue lashing. Oh, I mean tongue licking. Tony. Tony. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
It's a PG show.
Love Tony Brown. Marvin Malit with a 80 in Australia. Oh, my goodness. Hey, JD, I know you were a massive fan of Black and Gold NXT. Netflix has all the takeovers from 2014. And, man, talk about a perfect wrestling show. Why was Triple H better at booking and storytelling back then? It's not the same these days. Marvin, the answer is very simple. He had less of a roster, number one.
He's simpler.
A lot simpler way to do things. They taped 4 weeks of television in one taping. So you basically what they did is get together for a week or so and get all the television ready and then get everything out. That's it. There's no rush. Now there's just week to week. It's just constant hectic. It's a lot different.
Everything.
Yeah.
The format, the travel.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H fucking went to Full Sail.
Yep.
And did his fucking work and then went home. He has to travel. He has to do everything. He has to do SmackDown. He's got to do Raw. The roster is like 3 times bigger than what it was in NXT Black and Gold.
Yeah.
It is not as simple. He can't book NXT. He can't book Raw and SmackDown the way he did NXT. The fan base is different.
Yeah.
So it's all different. It is not the same thing. He could be doing a much better job right now. Don't get me wrong, but he can't book it the same way he did Black and Gold, though.
No. Nightmares Adventures with a $5 super chat. I once submitted 10 puns to a joke competition. I really thought with that many, one was sure to be a winner. Sadly, no pun intended.
God damn it.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Drew Gilmore, what's up, brother? 33 months. Hey, everyone. I didn't get the job I interviewed for last week, but I already got another application for a different position already under review. Drew,
get it.
Drew, you're gonna land something, brother.
Get it.
Be persistent, man. That's all I gotta say. DW Hurd with a $10 super chat. That contract signing was pretty much, hey, Albuquerque, you suck. Nobody cares about New Mexico. Shut up while I'm talking. I'm thinking, is this all y'all have for this big segment? DW Hurd, comment of the night, bro. Yes, that's all they had. Absolutely. It's bad. Sidro, $2 super chat. AEW, nothing is the new name. Book it, pal. You should just call the pay-per-view AEW Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Instead of double or nothing, just nothing is the new name.
Okay. All right.
Joey Taylor with a 5. Have you guys noticed these Dynamite shows have been boring since Tony put RJ and Will on his creative team? The Wrestle Dream pay-per-view back in October. This has been the worst stretch of television that they've ever had. And they've had some bad television in 2024.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to reports and comments like that because I also hear that RJ City is the one behind everything Toni Storm and Timeless Toni Storm, which is the best goddamn gimmick in all of AEW right now. So,
Sure.
I mean, which is it? I mean, he sucks or he's great. I mean, we don't know, man. I mean, it could be a bunch of people on, at the table, and then one person shooting shit down like Vince McMahon, and maybe he's shooting nothing down. We don't fucking know. But we know that he's in charge, so he's getting the fucking blame.
Gold Standard with a $5 super chat. AEW has been downhill ever since our hero, CM Punk, left. He's not Jesse's hero, but yes, I agree.
I do not. I think it's been downhill since Cody left.
That too? That may be worse than Punk.
I think it was worse. I think we see that Cody was behind a lot, and I think that was the reason that TK put that fucking statement, that infamous statement that he's the CEO, head booker, vice president, all this. It's like he was flexing his fucking positions because Cody was doing so much, and then he stopped Cody, and then Cody left. Well, I'm the fucking head booker of everything. Okay, well, you're the one responsible. and no one's happy right now. So,
JJ with a 5. That new mic is working good, Jesse.
Oh, thank you.
How many people noticed? I didn't hear one complaint about anything in the chat today.
Just a couple. No complaints.
No complaints. Billy, thank you for the 100, brother. Appreciate you. Andrew Cool with a 199. Knicks blew a 17-point lead in 2 minutes in game 1. Well, that does not bode well for their conference final endeavor.
Doesn't bode well for me wanting to watch the game later tonight and not get it spoiled. So thank you for that.
Sidro with a 5.
Wrestling podcast. The fuck we care about the...
Sidro with a $5 super chat. What would you call Kenny Omega if he became a fisherman? The best trout machine.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good
one. Okay.
Thank you, Sidro. Edward Liu with a 45 months. Collision ending earlier was more exciting than a whole episode of Dynamite, so I want my Collision Corner. Can't live another Wednesday without it. Well, you got it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sidro with a 5. Driving a car that has dynamite. It's about to be smacked down raw into a wall. The impact on the collision will make the passengers some Death Riders. Look at you, man. Sidro, hey. he's got some creativity tonight, Sidro.
There you go. Hey, read the comment from Game Q right there.
Who? Game Q. Awesome stream, fellas, but I can't really hear Jesse that well. He needs a Rodecaster Pro. That's a troll, bro. That's a troll, man. I'm sorry. Jesse came in loud and clear tonight, man. Don't give me that shit. Fuck out
Jesse
here.
has a Rodecaster Pro.
Well, he doesn't have a Rodecaster Pro. He's got a Rodecaster.
Oh, okay. I thought you had the Pro too.
I have the Rodecaster Pro too. Yeah.
Right.
Is that
Rodecaster Pro?
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Rodecaster Pro.
He's got the one. Yeah, he's got the original. Fulgence Henry, what's up, brother? $9.99. That was epic. He says, JD, please summon Dragon Zord. I love Dragon Zord, man. It was my favorite. I loved that. I had all the toys, man. Had all the toys.
Have you ever heard of Tranzor Z?
No.
Oh, I thought we were friends, man.
No, I have not. Yeah, GameCube is LOL. Love you, bro. See, look, he's trolling.
All good.
Sidro, on Satanism, John Cena naked on stage was a ritual. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sidro. Everybody laughed at it. That was a humiliation ritual. He did that so that it would further his career.
Man, what? Why was John Cena naked on stage?
It was some award show.
Okay.
Kingdom Kid with a $4.99. Jamie hitting Mercedes with a haterade that they teased for weeks and didn't save it for the pay-per-view. All but confirms Mercedes is winning. R.I.P. Jamie. Indeed, bro. Indeed. Big Haas with a 5. Who does Jesse want to join the Heyman faction? I hope that group elevates multiple new young stars like the Judgment Day and Bloodline did. I don't know, Jesse, if you were to choose a third man, who would you choose?
Becky Lynch.
A third man, bro.
What was the question?
Who would you add to the Heyman faction with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins?
Becky Lynch.
She's a woman, bro. A male performer.
I don't have a third man. I don't want the Heyman family to turn into the Don Callis family. It was 45 fucking people in there.
Well, that's not going to happen. It's not going to end up that way.
I'd add Becky. She seems to be a little directionless in this heel run right now.
All right, well.
I really wish she would be the first Paul Heyman girl.
It was a Nickelodeon award show. Even worse, having an adult man walk out naked on stage at a kids award show, bro, goes to show you where their priorities are.
That's right. And funny you say that. On that Hollywood Demon show that I told you about, the first episode is Stephen Collins.
Who's that?
The dad from Seventh Heaven.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know who he is?
I know the show.
He went around and showed his dick to a bunch of women and everything else. He exposed himself and got caught up in all kinds of sexual scandals.
Children, too?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Actually children, yes. 10-year-olds, yes. Yes. It's called Hollywood Demons on HBO Max, man. Dead serious. It's fucking disgusting. Why do people like having sex with fucking children, bro? What the fuck is wrong with people? What is wrong with people?
Bro, they're all pedophiles, bro. Hollywood is pedo wood. You got to understand this.
It's fucking disgusting.
Leave the kids alone, man. Leave the kids alone.
God.
Jesus fucking Christ. Big Hoss. Thank you, brother. Bobby Means with a $5 super chat. NXT's women's division is way better than this crap on Wednesday nights, and it's sad, but also laughable. The women's division's dead. Basically, yeah. It's dead. We're about to, let me throw on one more track here. I got a new one. Oh, there it is. Anthony Vagonis with a 99. Flopped the MJF segment. Gabe Kidd not in the match. TK not paying him what he wants. Was selling me the pay-per-view, but I'm watching Vaquer versus Grace and Oba for free. NXT Battleground. More tickets than Double or Nothing said. AEW bad. I mean, that's, I don't know if that's the case. That's fucking ridiculous. WrestleMess with the 5 months. My girl took off her top during an argument when I was winning. It was a booby trap. Listen, man, if there's an argument you want to lose, that is the way to go about it, bro.
Yeah. You know what? You win.
Yep. And Jay Warren with a 20 bomb. Thank you, JD, for all your hard work and content. Jay Warren, thank you, brother. Jesse, any parting words before we get out of here?
No, man. Join me tomorrow. If you guys have not joined me for my Collision watch-along parties, man, if you enjoy Collision Corner, come in, find out how we put Collision Corner together live tomorrow night, Thursday.
There you go. Great. Thank you guys very much. Anthony Vagonis with a $9.99. Thekla showing up Sunday. Not Mariah, but if it's Mariah, she comes back for 2 months, puts over people, and will be WWE by SummerSlam. No Gabe Kidd in match. Mariah gets him kicked off. My interest is 0. Bro, I don't care, bro. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Sidro with a 5. Cashier told me, strip down facing me. By the time I realized they meant a debit card, it was too late, and I was already being escorted out of Walmart. Oh, my God, man. You guys are fucking ridiculous. Guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for a great stream. I appreciate you all very much. Friday, you'll see me live. Tomorrow, maybe some extra. Big weekend. Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing. Jesse and I will be here Sunday night for you. Until then, guys, have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you right back here Friday live for SmackDown. See you guys later.